shot here. You're gonna get a 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 shot here.
Welcome to the No Shot NBA podcast with Chuck and Duck. And engineer Ben behind the scenes. Just a quick aside before Duck drops us in here. We're recording this on May 2nd, before the Knicks and Sixers game. But we're going to do a little first part here with some essential questions about each of the playoff series. And then we're going to take a little break and come back. Because Danny's going to live react, and us, I guess, too, to the Knicks-Sixers affair that will take place in Philadelphia. So, enjoy the show, and we'll get to that later. Super fun pod here. Let's get to it.
Okay, you ready?
Beam me up, Benny.
The Three Musketeers back at it again.
It's all coming together.
Oh, welcome back to the No Shots podcast. Long-awaited episode. What we got? We got playoff series recaps. No Shots podcast with Chuck and Duck.
No cap recap.
No cap recap, and that's Engineer Ben.
No, it's Engineer Kronk.
Engineer Kronk. We got Kronk in the building, aka Engineer Ben, aka Brooklyn Ben, aka Basketball Genius.
Devil on my shoulder, what would Duck do?
Can't add any more nicknames.
AKA Mac DeMarco. That's what they were last time. I was trying to remember it for the longest. Yep. No Shots podcast. Check us out on Spotify and YouTube.
Like and subscribe it.
Yeah.
Yep. Follow us. Follow our basketball journey as we recap the NBA seasons. Who knows? But anyways, I'm Chuck.
No, come on.
I was so badly almost messed up. Caught myself. I was like, I'm doing it anyways. F it. I'm Duck.
And this is Chuck.
Staying to my left is Chuck, yes. And of course, Basketball Genius over here.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Doing good?
Chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
I apologize that we're so late in the game here. We didn't get to do any
no previews.
No previews. 'Cause
Now we're just reacting.
I shot across the sea.
Whoa, what does that
the
mean?
Humble.
Flying on a jet plane.
Yep. Where'd you go, Chuck?
Oh, well.
Did you fly coach?
I did fly coach. Although on the way there, I got my own seat. No one was sitting next to me.
What's the deal with
that's
airline
nice.
seats?
I got to lie down. It's like I slept for a good 3 hours. That's
that's actually
amazing.
That's getting
jet
an
lag.
empty seat next to you is like the miracle
Huge.
of flying.
And I gotta
Huge.
say, Swiss Airlines,
Oh, fuck that.
top tier,
Shout out to Swiss.
Shout out Swiss.
top tier.
Yeah, you like
airline.
it?
Well,
They-
if I can afford it.
Fair enough.
They've got hand lotion in the bathroom.
See, yeah.
Oh, that's
That's-
nice. That's
a-
nice.
Never before have I been on a plane.
If you
with
happen
that.
to get to fly Swiss Air, incredible.
It was the
experience.
cheapest
Take
option.
that.
That's what I'm
opportunity.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
know.
nice.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's super expensive. But yeah, they give you chocolates all the time.
Ooh,
They're
sometimes
just
yeah.
handing out chocolates, and they give you a full bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Oh,
nice
no
on
baby
there, too.
bottles.
I
here.
like their. How do you guys
You know
feel
they
about?
have to give you water.
I know, but
It's-
on that
they
flight
make
to
it really-
Pereira,
they make it really humiliating, though.
on the flight, yeah,
yeah,
they
you have to
made
go
it-
to the back and like, can I have some water?
Yeah.
And this lady
And they
looks
give
at me
you-
like with a glare and pours me a half a cup from a smart water bottle that I'm pretty
Tiniest
sure
cup.
was open already.
tiniest cup.
Such a
Tiny
small
cup.
cup.
But Swiss, they just hand it out. It's like
Yeah.
you get a full
Take it.
big water bottle at the top.
That's nice.
So where were you going?
Well, my friend Ryan, he's in Budapest.
Ooh,
Shout out.
Shout out Ryan, the Rye Dog.
You know, he's working on his proposal for his dissertation, for
Difficulty
his
high.
PhD. So
Oh, okay.
he's
Very
a
nice.
hard little worker. And he's
You know
writing
what?
about Endgame in his dissertation. I don't know if I'm supposed to be spilling the beans about this stuff at all.
Oh, top secret
Either way.
dissertation.
Endgame?
Yeah, he's writing about
Avengers?
Endgame.
What's that?
It's the Avengers Endgame.
Avengers Endgame.
Oh,
None of us here are Marvel people.
Never seen it.
he's wearing a Marvel shirt.
It's like the big.
Well, like a comic.
It's like the.
Yeah.
You know how there were so many movies with so many different superheroes?
Yeah.
Well, in Endgame, all the superheroes are
Yeah.
in the movie. It's actually
Seemed cool.
quite an accomplishment to
Yeah.
have to pull that many characters into one scene.
Yeah, it was the biggest
Um,
grossing movie ever or something.
Yeah.
But is it better than Gangs of New York?
Yeah.
No, come on.
But Ryan's writing about like
DDL.
crowd control and sort of crowd control antics and
Oh,
Like in
The
the,
way the-
movie making process?
no. He
in the
uses
theaters.
Endgame
As an example.
as an example where when the police are pushing down some crowds and you look at the crowd or you look at the crowd on TV that's sort of rioting, you don't see you often don't know all the stories of the people and how who are they when you're trying to control a crowd, sometimes the people just turn into sort of things, right?
Mhm.
But I
Mom.
think
Yeah.
that Ryan's writing about is Endgame, how when the giant crowd is attacking at the end, you sort of know all their backstories. So we root for them and how,
Spoilers, but
I guess it's sort of important to learn the backstory of the protesters. I guess it's sort of about that perception.
Okay, that's interesting.
At least that's a
a great
blip
take.
from what
That's
I
an
understood.
interesting-
That sounds like a very interesting
That's
project.
probably only part of it, like one small part of it, but I'm sure it goes much bigger.
Oh,
But
I'm sure Rye Dog is cooking up something on that dissertation.
You
you
know,
know,
Rye Dog's got ketchup
far
and
bigger
mustard.
than anything I could understand.
Yeah,
to be
fair
honest
enough.
with you. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that I explained that because I really doubted my ability to do
Guess
it.
what?
was
We're
effective.
all taking it out in
We got it.
post.
Anyways, yeah, I was in Budapest, which is it's a very beautiful city.
Okay.
It's not one of my favorites, but it's good. Langos, delicious.
Langos.
Langosh.
What's Langos?
Ah,
It's like a fried dough, and then there's
Oh, yes.
kind of
put
like
sour
a-
cream down, and then you put cheese, and then there can be all sorts of toppings.
It's almost
Ooh.
like Hungarian pizza.
Yeah,
Ooh.
And by the way,
Sounds
it's
good.
another food that Prague Czech people stole
Yeah.
from Hungary,
yeah.
like goulash.
Wow. What's
Although
going on
I
with these
like
Czechs?
Czech, I like
Turtleneck.
Czech, I like Czech goulash better.
Ooh, a hot take.
They don't got they have like
Where you rank goulash all time?
in terms of
Everything.
Dishes. Dinner dishes.
it's probably my top 15.
Goulash is,
Yeah.
top 15 small
Wow.
forward, I think.
So
Small forward.
I was in Budapest,
Like
fun
a Derek
place.
Fisher.
Um,
Really gay.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Went to the baths. That was like the last thing I
Ooh,
did.
Turkish
So it was a
bath.
nice little relaxer before I left.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Nice.
I took a little
Relaxed.
2-day trip to old stomping grounds of two of the people here. I was in Prague for a couple days.
Yeah. You're talking about me and Brooklyn Ben.
Yeah. Which emotional return, but very
Oof.
beautiful. It was a pristine couple days, like
Yeah.
perfect
spring.
spring days.
Prague summer.
And then the next time I
Nice.
looked at the weather the next week, and it was
Horrible.
horrible.
Nice.
And then I went to Istanbul, which was also a lot of fun.
Istanbul.
But I've been talking for a while, so I'm good. But yeah, it was a beautiful trip. Beautiful trip.
That's great. I'm glad you had fun.
Ryan also bought a rug.
Ooh,
everyone
big
know.
purchase from the Rye
I
Dog.
saw a picture of it. That's
Yeah.
a nice rug.
It's a
Big
nice rug.
purchase.
It's a rug I would see
So,
on a Swiss airline.
Shout out, shout out to Ryan's rug.
Shout
Shout
out to
Ryan,
Ryan.
man. The
Good
Rye
luck with that
Dog.
dissertation. Don't get
Yep.
lost in the crowd.
Kill it. What we got, Ben? What's
I-
going on with you?
I took a brief trip up to the country house.
The
Shout out.
country house.
It was a great opportunity to start my NBA playoff watching hard.
Oh yeah. Watched a lot of games.
I did. It was kind of the beginning of everything. I saw that Knicks game 2, awesome. We'll talk about everything later.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Also, though, mini court report. I
What?
played my brother, who's like a pretty good basketball player, who's on his middle school team at least. Maybe also high school.
You don't know if he was on his high school basketball team?
I don't think so. 'Cause
I
would
would
have
know
gone
that
to a game,
information.
you know, I would have.
Such an unsupported brother.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like drumming like in high school, right?
Well, he's been drumming
Oh.
since he was, you know.
Well, anyways, big shout out, Phil.
But no, the point is that I went 5-1 against.
Whoa.
5-1? What was this, a tennis set?
Wait, what is going on? What do you mean
Yeah, it was
5
a
to 1?
tennis set.
And what?
5 games. One.
And what?
But driveway basketball. bro.
Driveway
Put
ball?
in the ball in the hoop,
baby.
baby.
Call
There
that
it
bucket.
is. Call that a bucket. I
Okay,
leave it at
so
that.
this is the first time you've ever been dominant over your brother. Phil.
Well, since he was a kid,
Yeah.
and I was like
fair enough.
really, weight
First
twice his size.
Recent,
You got to take those victories.
recent memory.
Yeah,
You gotta take those. You gotta
Yeah,
take those.
since-
Especially against your
then.
brother.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
a nice. It's a friendly rivalry. There's no antagonism.
Sure,
I did-
sure.
I did
You're only
win-
on
I w-
game 2.
Exactly. I won $3 off of him though. So
Whoa, put a little wager, friendly ranger on it.
friendly ranger. Yeah, I haven't collected though. I have to do
shit.
something about that.
But anyways,
Anyways,
ciao, Phil.
shout out Phil.
Anything else?
Nope.
How are you, duck?
Well,
Quack, quack.
thanks for asking. I'm good. I got nothing to report. I've just been up to the same old.
How you feeling about this latest Yankees stretch?
It's we're going through a tough stretch. Not a lot of people are hating besides Soto. I mean, I still like our team. I still like our team a lot.
Still
Fair
good.
enough.
What's
Yeah,
up
our
with Judge?
rotation. He's hit to like a dozen double plays already, and it's only a month into the season. He's on pace to like shatter the record of hitting to the most double
It-
plays in the season.
Is there like a flip side of that where you're like, I'm glad he's hitting the ball at least?
True, I guess.
not
No,
a
you'd
double-
rather a strikeout than a double play.
When you're hitting into a bunch of double plays,
It's just
something's
bad.
a little off with your swing.
yeah,
I
he's
see.
just like he's just
like because it means
he'll get there.
you're
I
get-
just don't know how.
you're getting on top of the ball.
Yeah,
And
Right.
he's not a guy who gets on top of the ball.
Yeah.
He gets under that thing and makes it
fly high, baby. All right. But no, yeah. Oh, I've been to a couple Yankee games. They're pretty fun. Went to one with my mom. Went to one with my dad. Shout them. Oh, one with my dad and so a bunch of people. Everyone in the section had yellow bucket hats. Pretty fun. Went to Billy's after.
Why?
I don't know. It was like their company thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like a company
I thought it was a
tickets. But yeah,
Let's
big
go
shout out
down
to them.
Billy's. They holding down the fort out
Yeah, I
there.
saw someone who looked like Chuck. Watched
What?
some Rangers. Yeah, they're holding down the fort. You remember that
Saw
doppelganger?
someone who
I sent you?
resembled you.
Yeah,
The X
What?
Dimension Chuck.
Oh,
you gotta kill that
Bizarro.
guy. By the way,
I've
Bizarro
got a
World
couple
Chuck.
doppelgangers.
oh,
Yeah,
you do.
You got
a few.
including Greg from Succession.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god! I saw a clip of that actor today. I was like, wow, this looks like Chuck.
Kinda looks like Charles.
no,
But no,
Well, that's good because then my brother didn't outdo me and everything.
Well, he looks like Miles Teller.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he's
that's a better
technically
lookalike.
still
He's-
outdoing me, but
Yeah.
at least I have a look-alike now.
okay, at least you're in the same.
At least I have a look
Ballpark.
alike.
It's like I went. Forrest was on a 10-0 run, and I just popped in one bucket to
Yeah.
stop the bleeding
quick
for
homer,
now.
solo homer.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, they'll be fine. The Yankees surely. Anyways, you guys want to get to it?
Yeah,
Yeah, say let's get to it.
c'est la vie.
C'est la vie. A quick rundown, I guess. We're just gonna go through all the first round playoff series.
And I've got some essential questions.
Some essential questions from Chuck.
Yeah.
We got Chuck's corner. We got Brooklyn Ben on the drops. No Shots podcast. Playoff reactions. We're back, baby.
Woo!
All right, I think we'll start in the West.
Starting off out west.
How about this? I'm going to ask y'all for a series. Ben, give me a series.
Let's get him out of the
okay.
way and talk about the Clippers.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Ben's Clips, their
Here's-
hometown romp.
Here's my essential Clippers question for their series against the Mavs.
Clippers,
The Mavericks. We should say Mavericks are up 3 games to
3-2.
2. They got
As we
game
record.
6 at home. And
coming up.
here's my essential question. It's kind of a paragraph. Losing the series is one thing for the Clips.
Ooh.
They don't have their best player. But are the Clippers stars really going to go silently into the night? Is there any hope that Harden and PG will show up for 2 straight elimination games? Was that the last game in Crypto.com Arena for the Clips?
What?
How much do they need the wall and all those extra toilets?
Well,
That wall's coming, baby.
You said a few times that the Boston team was Clippers East,
Yep.
or they play like that occasionally,
Mhm.
and that's a well-known problem for these Clippers: the one-on-one ball, the heroic antics that only last as long as they do. So I don't know. I was thinking about the series that Boston played Miami in a few years ago when they
Yep.
made it to the finals.
Yep.
Miami
Yeah.
took game 5. It was 3-2.
Yeah.
No, Miami took game
Game
6.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that the Bucks series then?
Boston. That was the Celtics against the Bucks.
Bucks series.
The Bucks
yeah,
took
that's
game
what I was
5.
thinking of. Hmm.
Mhm.
And I don't feel like the Mavericks have full control of this series. They're having quarters where they score 8 points or whatever.
Ooh.
And the Clippers are too, so it's just fucking weird.
Yeah.
Luka's amazing, of course, and Kyrie as well. But just a couple of mediocre shooting nights and they're out of there. So I do think it's a weird series. I don't even know what to think about the Kawhi thing. They're the oldest
He's
team in
just
the
done.
NBA.
Oldest team.
Kawhi's just done.
Yikes.
He's not coming back. That's
I
what
know,
it feels like.
It's
Yeah.
getting weirder and weirder, and it's been this way for a long time. So, yeah,
Their offense has been pretty pathetic since they were up 30 points in game 4.
right. So, then there's been this collapse since that point. I think they can get that back. Like, they have the talent there to do it.
I think
it may be.
Oh, yeah.
They may be too washed at this point, though.
Yeah.
You also need like a guy like Terrence Mann just making great energy plays and navigating screens and shit and
Yeah.
keeping the motor
Oh,
running.
yeah.
And Russ has been kind of
I
inconsistent.
feel like he's
so
been a disaster.
yeah,
Just
so
too much energy.
right, like the Clippers vibe has always been a thing for me. That's weird, and we're
Yep.
seeing all those flaws kind of come out at the wrong time. It's like they're constantly going through puberty
Well, yeah, I mean,
Teenager.
so
or
that
midlife
would
They are
be
kind of a
that would be
teenager
my
team.
point against being a little different than that Celtics series, just because I guess we didn't know it at the time, but the Celtics are pretty good when their backs are absolutely against the wall. The
they are,
problem is
yeah.
when they're in front.
Yeah.
Whereas
Mhm.
this Clippers team,
Again, another thing, a couple years ago, the Clippers came back down 0-2 in 2 series in a row.
yeah,
And that was, I think they're somewhat similar in that they like to fight.
it is true.
And they give
It's
up
true.
huge leads.
The thing is, I mean, so okay,
The Celtics are obviously a better team. They have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So PG in the last game was 4 of 13, 2 of 6 from 3, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Just wasn't really aggressive enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's shown that he could. He's. I went back through a couple of his last few elimination games. He's here and there. In the Utah series. Well, he wasn't in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Utah series a couple years ago, he scored 37 and 28 in
Yeah,
the last
really
2
good.
games.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
No, he's shown himself to be a great playoff performer.
But then in the Phoenix series, he was 6 of 15 from the field and 1 of 6 from 3 in the
Yeah.
elimination game there.
Really?
So I feel like George will play better.
Yeah, I think so
At
too.
least play more aggressive, which has to happen.
I think in
Yeah.
the elimination situation, they have a fighting chance. Game 7 will be weird.
The real problem is Harden. How confident do you feel about Harden in these next 2 games?
He's also shown himself to be a capable playoff performer, except at the very, very end.
Yeah.
And that is very
Yeah.
worrisome. I don't know what goes on.
Not
What do you
confident.
think, Duck?
What was the question again?
How confident do you feel about Harden going into these
I'm not
next
super
couple-
confident. I am confident PG could bounce back, and yeah, just Harden. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Clippers they're still in this. They're still very much in
Yeah.
this.
I like a lot of what Zubats has been doing. He's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
awesome.
They kind of went away from him in the second half
Yeah.
the other night.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just gets tired.
It's hard for
Zubac.
guards like that to continue to feed big guys.
Yeah,
Right.
If
Why
you-
is that?
Well, they just know at the end of the day, like, they need to win them the game. So it's hard to, like, that's their role on the team. So when
Yeah.
even sometimes this is how teams deke themselves out a bit. Like, instead of just continuing to do what's working, they fall back into their pre-prescribed habits,
yeah,
which is Harden and
Paul
PG
George.
is score
Step backs.
or get into the lane and kick out and start ball rotations.
yeah.
Now, Harden will play with the big guy,
Yeah, Harden he'll
Yeah.
still feed.
Zubats
to-
wears
but
Harden's.
the
He's been
Mavs
wearing
have
them
a
all year.
way of
Best
attacking
friends.
him.
Yeah.
He had a really good first half, and I
Best
think
of
they
friends.
just kind of went away from him because the game was like slipping out of hand.
Yeah.
and it was like, oh hey, it's time to be star time. It's like
Yeah.
one of those games where the two teams are playing very evenly, but then at a certain mark, one team starts to just make the other team bleed a bit. And even though the passive stuff before was kind of keeping them in the game, spread the ball around, once the lead sort of builds a little bit, the pressure rises, you fall out of what was working, even if, you were getting good shots, they just weren't going in all the time, which is, I felt what was happening. That and turnovers. They've been turned the ball over, I think the most in the playoffs. Every
Yeah.
team besides New Orleans, they have the most turnovers, second
good.
most. So I feel like
Yeah,
they get
really
outside of themselves, and then because of the Mavs pressure, when
Yeah.
they get on up 10. I mean, this is the thing that happens with the Celtics. Even if they're playing nicely, if the shots aren't going in
Yeah.
for the main guys, sometimes a little bit of pressure from the other team and the whole thing starts to collapse.
Yeah, collapse.
Because
It's
you
a team
Mavs
that's
have been
really
playing
easy
great.
to shake their confidence, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's
And
because
that's
they're
why you need
soft.
a young guy who hasn't been disillusioned and
I don't think
just
it's-
believes in shit sometimes.
I don't think
they're
it's I don't think it's softness. I think it's trust.
Yeah, they don't trust each other. They
Yeah.
don't trust the other players. Powell,
Just
or
not
Man,
enough.
or Zubac.
Not enough.
Not quite enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what
I
that
mean, I
young
don't really
energy.
trust
look
them
at
either.
Chet and Shea.
yeah.
They got trust.
We'll see. They
And Shea will.
haven't been in any big spots.
Fuck outta
They
here,
swept.
man.
They swept the team.
Yeah, whatever. The injured Pelican.
Yeah, sure, but it's something.
Okay. Here's a stat I saw from Twitter. I think it was ESPN's Nick Smith. Harden holds the record for the most games with 10 plus shot attempts and 2 or fewer makes in the playoffs.
Oof.
He's had 10 like that. So he's not shooting.
Yeah.
No, he is shooting, but he's not making
Anything,
anything. He was
yeah.
2 of 12 the other night.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? What
I
are you
don't
gonna
know.
do with this guy, Harden? You can't
In games
win with
6
him.
and 7 last year against Boston,
can't win
He
without
shot-
him.
26% from the field and averaged 11 points. Shot 9% from 3.
So rough. So
This is the
bad.
problem with Kawhi being out is Harden is thrusted into this role
More,
again,
yeah.
which we've seen him fail so many
Over
times.
over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I got Mavs in 7.
I'm sticking with my pre-series pick, Mavs.
Which
at
was-
6.
Oh, you went Mavs 6. Okay, fair enough. I
Yeah.
think I went
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7 though.
I don't know. Actually, I don't think I picked for this series. I think I just said 7 games. So now I'm picking. Now I'm going Mavs.
We'll find out.
All right. Any more thoughts here on this one?
No, Clippers, they're going to ruin it.
All right. Danny,
They suck.
pick a West series.
Just try trigger Ben at the end of it.
I'm not even
I
listening.
know.
Wait, hold on a second.
Pick a West series. All right, let's go to Ben for a shout out. Let's go Thunder Pels.
Thunder Pels.
Series that is wrapped up. The Thunder swept the New Orleans Pelicans without their star
done.
Zion Williams.
All right.
Yeah.
Pels, Thunder. All right.
Pels Thunder. The
All
1
right.
seed Thunder, 8 seed.
I didn't
Pels.
really have much for the Thunder. I thought this was pretty easy for them.
Yeah.
And so my question is more Pels related. And
Okay.
is it time for the Pels to undergo a soft rebuild?
Surgical summer.
like
Because CJ and Brandon, I'm thinking about CJ and Brandon Ingram,
specifically. Okay.
both of those guys, because
Okay.
they were pretty horrific this whole series.
Yeah.
Let's see here. McCollum was at 17 points a game, and he shot 41% from the field and 24% from
Oh.
three
How well? This is how many years left does CJ have?
on his
I feel like
contract.
they trade for him like years ago.
I
already.
know he's getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they could just like let him walk
Well,
Ingram's
he's-
coming off an injury, right?
if he's a free injury. Ingram is coming off an injury, so to his defense, but still, he had a few good games. He just wasn't consistent.
He averaged
enough.
14 points in
yeah,
the series.
just not that's you can you, especially when
shot-
Zion's out.
He's shot a blistering 34.5% from the field in
Yeah.
this series.
Bro,
No, he's got to be better.
I think it
than
was that playing game that he had a really good game, and that's what I'm thinking of.
Did he?
But it's when who they beat the Kings. Didn't he have like a good second half? Brandon Ingram.
that
I
sounds
don't
right.
remember.
I don't know. McCollum hasn't had good anything this postseason, and I guess he was good in the regular season. I had no faith in CJ McCollum
They've still
coming
got-
into the playoffs.
McCollum still got like 2 more years.
He still
on
got
his
2.
contract.
How? Maybe they traded him on expiring and extended
Yeah.
him immediately.
2 years left on his
Ah.
deal at around 64 million for the 2 years. So it's like
Ah.
around 32 million.
I mean, who's taking a flyer on McCollum?
I don't know, but you got to get him out of the building. I think they could
It's
get
true.
something for Ingram. That's the thing.
Oh no,
The
yeah,
problem
you
is
could get
they
something for
have-
Ingram.
I like some of the younger. This is why I said
I
soft
do too.
rebuild, because some of the younger wings, Herb Jones,
I love me some
Love
Herb.
Herb
Who-
Jones. Love
who-
Trey Murphy as
Yeah.
well.
Trey
Oh,
Murphy.
love me some
I like
Trey
Dyson
Murphy.
Daniels,
Like some
Alvarado.
Dyson.
and they've already got
guys I wanted the Knicks to draft.
Najee Marshall is a good
Najee
fourth
Marshall.
wing, like
Yeah.
a really good fourth wing. So I think they need to. I mean, I think they could get something for Ingram. Like somebody would give
Yeah.
them something for that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And I guess you could think about it like, it's all dependent on Zion's health, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what we've learned from this postseason and like Ingram's career is even if you don't have Zion, he's not enough to save you.
No.
So I'd rather just build out the team a different way.
Wow,
That's a good
why
point.
Is he not enough?
It's a good point because they've only
He's
been
not
playing
enough.
team.
They just got swept.
Yeah, well, with extenuating circumstances to the 1 seed.
So they
So?
were an 8th seed.
Yeah, but like that, the
Why are
moments
they
they've
any-
had Zion, they've sort of surged up for
But why-
a few weeks, and then
why-
he gets injured
Why
again.
were they the 8th seed?
Because
Yeah.
Zion's injuries.
Zion was pretty healthy this year.
Yeah, but he was still
Yeah, it
out
was
a
his
bit.
healthiest year.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
just-
Ingram. Yeah, they both been injury prone.
for sure.
They both been injury
Absolutely.
prone. They what was it when they first got McCollum? They had like a good playoff series, and he was
They
really
did
good.
against the Suns.
the Suns, yeah.
And
But no, McCollum's
but
not
that's it.
gonna-
Your first round exit with this team.
Yeah.
And, and
That's what I
unless
mean.
Zion and Ingram are both healthy, they're both right.
Yeah, but I just think if
but
just
that
Zion
hasn't happened yet.
If
yeah,
just Zion is healthy, I think they're in the exact same place.
yeah, I kind of do too.
Who
Maybe they
would
get a couple
you
games.
bring in to this team?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, they could get something. Maybe you get
They
one
need
of
a
those,
point
one of
guard.
those guards from Atlanta.
They need a point guard.
That could be.
Maybe you get one of those guards from Atlanta.
And or Valanciunas is up for his deal's up.
Valanciunas, you do
I think-
kind of have to move on from Valanciunas.
I think they
don't
need
know.
a different kind of big
Yeah,
to fit with Zion.
yeah, I agree.
Definitely one who's a more mobile defender than Valanciunas.
Yeah.
Because they can't even play Valanciunas at times.
Yeah,
So they need a big more and a big that's a little bit more mobile, and they need a guard, a point guard.
yeah, a natural point guard, not like a small shooting guard.
So I just think Ingram and Zion, the where they play on the floor is too tightly packed.
Yeah, like Ingram's like this mid-range, gets to his
He
mid-range
shoots
shots.
75% of his shots from 2.
Yeah,
And Zion
basket.
and a lot of mid-range.
Zion shoots like 9.
Over 90% of his shots are 2. It's like,
So it's tough. Yeah, it's
so
a tough fit.
I just don't think those 2 things, and I think they could get something for him, and
Yeah.
they have other wings to replace him with.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you. Yeah, and
I
whoever
think
you get from replace him probably
the
replace
team
McCollum.
would just make more sense.
Yeah.
So that's what
Yeah, you've convinced me. I mean, I'm not in any rush to like, but I guess soft rebuild is the right word.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's the right word.
I mean,
you're right.
it all goes to shit if Zion is just
Is out
injured
anyways,
anyway.
yeah.
That's why I think you gotta.
You might as well like
make a
OB
change.
just slightly more shit if
Yeah.
without Ingram, I guess.
See how good Trey
Just
Murphy and
another
Herb
cl-
Jones
another
could be.
Clippers.
Oh yeah,
team.
love me some Trey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, shout
Also,
out to
the OKC rebounding
Thunder.
wasn't even really a problem. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say they swept. Yeah, go ahead.
They
guess I'm too.
basically were on par with the Pelicans in that department, which maybe speaks to Zion's absence again.
Well, he's not a good rebounder at all.
he's not a very
Oh.
good rebounder.
Well,
I guess neither
No,
team
but
is
that's a good
rebounding.
misconception because he looks
Yeah.
He looks
and
just
the
like
way
a
he jumps,
big,
he
springy
could
guy.
It's absolutely he's
Yeah, I mean
He
when he
looks
does
like-
rebound, it's whoa, it's a nice rebound.
yeah, because I've seen him
Impressive.
get putbacks.
It's a nice
and
Yeah,
shit.
rebound,
he gets
Zion.
crazy rebounds. You know
Yeah.
when he does, he's
Well,
like
he
6
looks
or 7
just
a
like
game.
the round mound of rebound,
Yeah,
Charles
he
Barkley.
does. He
but,
does.
but he's not.
Yeah.
Ciao, Chuck.
He's a shell of
Shout out Chuck.
No, I think Josh Hart's a better rebounder than Zion.
definitely.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think we learned much from OKC because I think
Yeah, because
Is
they have this.
Pelicans are
Matchup.
injured and flawed.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, jury's still out.
Jury's still. So they're gonna face
Dallas or Clips.
Or Clips.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
Dallas might
man,
go to the conference.
this is going to the conference finals. I was about to say.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I'm not so high. I haven't done it before.
I'll put that. Hit the drop pen.
Okay. The No Shots podcast is brought to you by Dank Delish Coffee. Whether you need a jolt on the way to the office or in relax mode in the afternoon, Dank Delish Coffee is the only quality bag of Colombian home roasted beans that hits the spot just right. Roasted locally in Queens, New York, you can find Dank Delish coffee beans at dankdelish.com and have their deliciousness shipped right to your lovely abode. Start your morning with a cup of Delish. Why not? All right, Ben, pick another West.
My guarantee of the day.
Let's go with the T-Wolves, baby. Woo.
Go T-Wolves, go.
Okay, I have kind of 2 questions. One's Minnesota. Okay,
Can't wait to talk about Rod.
I was
Rod?
right. Let me just say it. Let me just get that out of the way. I was right.
what were you right about?
Yeah, what were you right about?
I said they wouldn't regret the Rudy Gobert trade, and I liked it
There's-
from the beginning.
There's still
No.
time.
And there's still time.
So much time
There's
for
still
them to
time.
regret that.
If I'm a Minnesotan, I'm happy.
With one
Where we are
winning
right
a
now.
playoff series.
Yeah,
Winning one playoff
Yeah.
series. Giving up 5
Yeah.
draft picks.
give us a fighting chance. I don't care. At this moment, I feel good. Maybe I won't in a week, but I feel good now.
Technically, that Nets team won a playoff
I'm-
series against the young DeRozan Kyle Lowry Raptors. And then, like 5 years later, Tatum and Brown went to the Celtics.
Yeah, you
The
could be
Nets?
the Darren Williams
Yeah.
Utah Jazz.
Yeah.
They made one conference finals, never to be heard from ever again.
Whatever, man. I'm just living in the moment.
I'm living in the moment, man. I'm not thinking about the future,
Fair enough, fair
man.
enough.
Oh,
my
alright.
name's Basketball Genius.
I mean, are you going to look back on the Tatum Brown era if they never win a championship and be like, oh, that was crap?
No, but they've been in the
No.
Eastern Conference Finals
they won more than
every
them-
single
those
year.
Nets- That Nets team.
No, you're right. You're right. You got a point.
I think
but
that's
your
the
standards
point.
are higher. So relatively speaking, it's
Yeah.
a big win for Minnesota. That's all
No,
I'm
no.
saying.
Relatively speaking, I gotta give credit to what credit's due. Minnesota's been way better than I thought they would be this
All
year.
right, let me ask my question.
Okay, go ahead.
Got it.
All right.
Get in there,
Obviously,
Chuck.
this has
Chuck's
been-
corner.
Yeah, obviously, this has been a very impressive series for the T-Wolves.
Oh,
But
Impressive.
are we more impressed with Anthony Edwards' star rise? Or are we more impressed with the Wolves' TEAM? So, are you more impressed with Anthony Edwards' leap in this series, or are you more impressed with the Wolves as a team?
First of all, another correct prediction by me, validated.
Wasn't a prediction.
I picked the Wolves.
Wasn't a prediction.
No, it's just that, Ant.
Yeah, I think we all picked the Wolves in this series.
Yeah.
So much,
No, I'm just talking about Ant.
so much glory voting over
right.
there.
That's it. I'm getting it out now, and I'll be humble the rest of the day.
Fair enough.
Can't be humble if you're a
I
basketball
think the jury's
genius.
still out on that too.
You dubbed me genius. I did not ask for this.
No,
You dubbed yourself.
You dubbed yourself.
by Mac.
Um,
All right, what do you think, Mac?
team or star?
You want me to read a couple stats here?
Sure.
Give us the
All right.
stats.
These are
Give us
just
the
a couple.
facts.
He's averaging 31 points in this series, shooting 43% from 3, 51% from the field, and 6.3 assists and 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
That's
Those are
nuts.
numbers. Yeah.
In the second halves alone, he's leading the playoffs in second half scoring. 21 points per game, 59% from the field, 62.5% from 3 in the second halves. But got to give the team some credit too. They're only plus 10 in the series for the first halves of all the games. They're plus 52 over the series in the second half.
Ooh.
Phoenix was held to an 111 offensive rating in the series. That's 14th in the playoffs and would rank between Washington and Toronto for the regular season, around 25th in the league. So, got to give a shout out to the D. So, what do you guys think?
To give a shout. What do you think, Ben? Give it to
What
us.
are you more impressed with,
I'm still
him
deciding.
or the team?
Well, first of all, I'm really just mostly disappointed in the Suns.
I thought you were going to say I'm most impressed
totally
with my prediction.
Blocking the question.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm
we're all thinking it's going to be so inevitable that because Denver's going to have to face these guys, right?
Mhm.
That's the next
Yeah.
series.
Yep.
I mean, that could be trouble if Ant can do what he does.
Yeah.
Um,
Still avoiding the
they
question.
don't have the humming offense, but they have that crazy defense.
Yeah,
It's hard.
give credit.
It's a hard question to answer. What do you think, Doug?
I don't know. I'm leaning. I mean, it was against this Suns team. Just did not like the cut of their jib. Just the vibes were off with the Suns team
Very
all
off.
year.
Very off.
All right.
I'm
Well,
leaning.
someone
I'll
answer
give.
the
I'll give
question.
Ant the
I'm
credit.
gonna give Ant the edge too.
Oh, you're going Ant.
You just wait for me to answer so you can copy my answer.
And Suri
Teacher.
Edwards over here.
Teacher,
Oh boy, I think.
someone's cheating.
All right, here's
I'll go.
what-
I'll go Ant.
I'm going Gobert.
It's a great impressive.
No, that's the
what?
team.
It's
the
a great
team.
impressive team
I
win.
am the team.
Yeah,
But yeah, Ant did put a little extra sauce on it for me.
that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah,
I feel like this was like
just his
an
decision making.
awesome
So good.
series for him,
Yeah,
and one that really makes you look at, reassess. Like, well, this guy could be really, really, really good.
yep.
Because it was that he played that well, and he totally just like took a knife and put it in the Suns' heart.
And he owned it. There was
Hey, I
never
know.
Yeah.
a moment
And it was
of doubt,
awesome.
Yeah,
But
it was
I
awesome.
do think that what he did in that is a little fool's gold.
Yep. I could
So
agree.
at the end of the day, I think I'm more impressed with the team just coming together and sweeping these guys.
These-
Not that it
These
hasn't been done
Suns.
before, but but I 4 games sweep. That's pretty amazing. And I
Yeah.
thought everyone played really well.
Yeah.
Neil Alexander Walker, my
Yeah.
guy,
No,
Jay
Oh,
McDaniels.
Nas Reed.
so good. Nas
Nas
Reed
Reed.
was really good.
Man
Everyone
of the
played
year.
well,
Kyle Anderson.
and they didn't fall apart in
No.
any games.
No,
they,
it was-
they
yeah.
kept on cruise control throughout.
Do you
So-
feel like so? But you feel this sweep is bigger than the OKC sweep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, Bradley Beal was pretty bad, and he had like a weird year. And obviously, this team we've talked about a dozen times has like weirdly constructed
Weirdly
around their
constructed team.
star.
though,
Here's-
as point
but-
You
guard.
want my son's question?
But I do think what was I gonna say about Beal? I do think I don't know. I do think like I think it was much more impressive.
Yeah, let's talk Suns.
because he at least played a little.
Here's my son's question. Does firing Vogel make sense? Because there's
No.
rumors.
No, the team
Not
doesn't
to me.
make sense.
Yeah, the team doesn't make sense.
And
All
you
right,
can,
but there's
you can put
rumors-
Vogel in that. They just need a
Vogel.
new ass team.
Vogel.
Vogel.
I don't
Michael
think-
Vogel.
I do think like he was a weird fit when they got him. And I still feel like that, but I don't think like who's out there that's gonna be better than Vogel.
Monty Williams.
I don't
He's
know.
not out there. He's still
I don't know.
employed,
Okay,
technically,
so
right?
my argument
by the
is
Pistons, right?
that it makes sense to fire him
yeah.
because it really didn't work this year,
Yeah.
and they literally can't change anything else about their team.
Did you read like
Yeah.
the big expose that came out after that series?
No.
About the Suns.
I don't
There
know.
was a paragraph about the team. I think after that quarter against the Clippers or whatever, where they scored like
Yeah.
8 points, and Frank Vogel railed into them and he yelled and ranted, and the players just kind of like rolled their eyes and apparently were trying not to laugh.
Yeah, wasn't
Oh,
it
wow.
because they
Okay, so
scored
maybe
like
it's fire
6
Vogel.
points?
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
6 points in a quarter.
They deserve to be. I think he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good coach, and
I think he's a great coach.
I just don't think it worked this year, and they really can't change anything else unless they want to trade
Yeah.
Booker or KD. But if I were them, I'd just try to run it back.
no, yeah,
because
you have to. run
what
it back.
else can you do? You
have to
gotta
run it
try to
back.
win because you don't got anything in your cupboard for years and years
Yeah.
and years. So you gotta try this and for as long as you possibly can.
For sure, they could trade and make small roster upgrades. Not KD and Booker necessarily.
Who
but,
are they trading?
I don't know, Grayson Allen.
But
He
real
just got
fun.
an
Who are they
extension.
getting? Who are they trading
You know?
Grayson Allen for? That's better than
Oh.
Grayson Allen.
Probably not much. I mean, there's like sneaky moves. I mean, there's no real moves.
They
They got-
tried to
technically,
make a sneaky team.
But yeah, they try
Initially.
and make a sneaky team. It would just have to be like someone they pluck out of nowhere. There's
I would
like,
say-
oh, we didn't expect this guy
I
to
would
be
say
that
they
good for them. That's pretty much
they
it.
gotta get lucky on some second
Yeah.
round picks, but
Yeah,
they don't
something like
even
that.
have any second round picks.
They could
Oh.
trade Allen for like
So,
4 seconds.
That's why I think Vogel needs to go. 'cause
yeah.
I would just bring somebody else in there who maybe can light a fire under these guys'
Yeah.
ass.
Who are you
I-
thinking? Steve Nash?
I have no. Because it's really bad the way they performed this year. They were the 10th best offense. It's just
yeah.
with
it's
those
not-
guys,
It's not good.
they can't trade Beal. You
No.
might
taking
look
Beal.
a little different if they could
They have a
trade,
no trade
Beal.
clause.
Yeah, no trade clause.
Yeah. Who's
Oh.
taking Nurch?
How could you not
No one.
negotiate that out the window when you got him?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
it's brutal.
He was
That is
coming
brutal.
off of a great year.
Yeah. Because he could just be out for the entirety of next year. In fact,
Yeah.
that's probably my prediction.
I
That
do-
he just
no, I
misses
mean,
the season.
I
next
do
year.
have a weird gut feeling that he's gonna be like decent next year. He's gonna be solid.
He's fine when he plays.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, he was
know-
bad in the series, but,
Yeah, I agree. But
but I don't know. It's just a weird gut feeling. I would not be surprised if he just plays even less next year, though.
that's what
It's
I
going to be
mean.
John Wall part 2.
So that's why I'm saying, if everything's gonna be about the same, you gotta
no, yeah.
just get someone in there with
pulled me
maybe a
around.
voice that can reach them, because
Yeah,
I do think it is like a little bit on KD and Booker that this happened.
yeah.
Like, their uninventive offense,
Oh no, yeah,
so much ISO.
yeah.
They can't win a game unless those guys go for 40. Like, it's too
And
much.
Sometimes not even.
But maybe they just old. KD's just old.
KD is old.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where does he
And
end,
also-
like when he demands a trade, what's the destination going to be?
The Knicks. I don't know.
No.
There's.
Knicks.
By the way,
It could be
since-
the Knicks.
when
That'd be
the
fun.
Warriors would be fun.
OKC.
We'll get to
OKC.
it
All
later.
those would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. By the way, before this playoff series against the T-Wolves, Bradley Beal has never been swept till now.
He was
Somehow.
in a series before.
Yeah, the Wizards made the playoffs a bunch.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is that
okay.
big 7-game series with the Wizards and the Celtics.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the Kelly
Huge.
Olynyk game.
Yeah.
Game
Oh,
7.
yeah.
He went nuts.
Yeah.
for the C's.
And the
right?
Isaiah Thomas, like
Yeah.
50
Yeah.
something
Something,
points
yeah.
after his sister died,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Oh, shout out to Chris Finch's injury. What the hell?
Yeah.
Wait, why was
No.
shouting it out? I guess.
I guess shout. I guess
guess prayers.
prayers out, prayers out.
Yeah.
Get well soon.
What is words?
Yeah, man. Chris Finch. Yeah, who was it? Conley like hit.
I think Conley, fell
diving
into
for a
him,
loose ball. Yeah,
and then
brutal.
He was fouled
Yeah.
into him.
he was
Yeah.
fouled into
Yeah.
him. Yeah,
brutal.
thrusted.
Yeah. I wonder how that's going to work because that might be a little bit of a disadvantage when
He
they
should
play.
he should have a
Yeah.
surrogate like
So-
George.
so-
Just a
let's-
fucking iPad.
Let's end our.
Like, all right, like, guys,
the fucking
let's
ball.
You gotta swing that, Ant. Oh, you got me, shame. We're challenging that.
This will lead into the next one because we don't have to talk about
go.
this series much, but it could lead into a little Minnesota Denver forward thinking here.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to predictions.
My Denver Lakers question is there anything concerning about Denver or about the Lakers leading Denver for 75% of the minutes in the series? Concerning, slightly concerning, nothing. What do you
Like the
think?
Slightly
slightest of
concerning.
concerns, yeah. I still like them a lot over Minnesota going
Yeah.
to. We'll get into it, but yeah, just slightly concerning. Maybe there's just some.
I think
I don't know.
I still think it's the injuries. Like I still think
Yeah.
if they lose one of their starting 5, they're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah,
Because Christian Braun has been, good defensively, but bad offensively.
yeah. Peyton
And
Watson.
then he's okay.
He's okay.
but
He may
The
allow
thing
us
is, if
turnovers.
one guy gets injured, then they have to start playing Holiday.
Yeah.
And he is let's see, they're being outscored by 22.9
Oof.
points per 100 possessions
Oof.
with Justin Holiday on the court this postseason.
Yeah.
Small sample size.
And
Yeah.
they've been losing most of the game, so technically. But
No. That's on Denver.
I know.
Yeah.
But if they're down most of the game and he's playing in the minutes while they're down, he's going to be a
Yeah.
minus.
It's true. And Murray came alive finally in Game 5 because he
Yeah.
was not having a good series.
No.
His first 4 games, he's 21 and a half points a game. He shot 38% from the field. That's just
It's not cutting.
But it didn't matter.
it
didn't
didn't matter.
matter.
Though. Actually, it was
You
cutting
know,
it, technically.
That's the other side of this is like they're so good in these clutch moments.
it is true,
Yeah.
but they might not be able to come back like that if they're playing like this against every other team.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think they can play like this against the other teams.
Like
I think
can
the
they
Lakers
play
get
that-
tired,
yeah.
of doing everything they have to do to keep Denver from scoring and score against them.
Yeah. And they were
Mm.
sneakily not a good defensive team the last couple months of the season.
Mm.
The Lakers, their offense got really good, but
Yeah.
their defense was not so good.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
I feel like MPJ kind of quietly saved their ass.
Yeah.
He's been
series.
really good this
Yeah.
year, which
Yeah.
is a nice thing to see.
Yeah, because it wasn't that way last year.
Yeah.
He was
No.
getting benched in the finals for
Yeah.
Bruce Brown.
Right. And
Come
yeah,
on.
so this is where you kind of miss Bruce Brown.
Yeah, of course.
If MPJ can
But he's
maintain
stepping it
this
up.
though, like
Stepping it up.
Which I think he could.
especially when
Yeah.
Jamal
He
is not
seems-
playing at capacity.
Yeah. And MPJ, he just seems like a much more competent, mature player this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's been not taking so many little jacks. He's been like
Yeah.
being like, no, I'm gonna drive it, surprise, drive it. kick.
Seems like he's far more in control
I
Yep.
agree.
than last year.
Yeah.
So,
He's pissed his
um,
brother got.
so yeah,
Man.
will this make a difference, you think, in this
Jonte
upcoming
Porter was his
series?
brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
And his other brother's in like a DWI case.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that guy.
He's got 2 brothers in a lot of shit right now.
Maybe he's
Bro,
like,
sorry, what was your question? We started talking
Does
brothers.
this make... Oh, I lost it for a second.
the next series.
Yeah, thinking forward to the next series, is this concerning for Minnesota? I mean, not for Minnesota, but is it
For
concerning
Denver?
if you're a Denver fan and
Intense.
you're thinking about Minnesota?
I mean,
Because
yeah,
they just
I'm
put the
concerned.
nail in the coffin 4 times.
Yep. I'm concerned about Minnesota if I'm Denver. Yeah, either way.
Yeah, definitely to a degree, but yeah, either way, I mean,
I think
you gotta be super concerned if you're a
they
Minnesota
have
fan.
experience on their side. They have
They have
the best
Dovran.
player in the series, clearly.
Yep.
But
I don't know. I think I'm excited for the series. I don't know.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be a sweep either way.
Whoa.
Some people are calling
big claim.
Minnesota the team designed to beat Denver.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that's-
got the big bodies, baby.
Yeah, that is what I was gonna say. I gotta give credit to going back to the freaking Gobert for like 7 picks trade. Maybe that's all they were thinking. Let's just try to like neutralize Joker.
I
Let's
think
build
That's
this
a
team to
crazy
try
chess
and
move.
Well,
Yeah,
also,
I gotta give them credit for just going for it.
the guy who
Yeah,
is the GM for Minnesota
Yeah,
was the GM for Denver.
drafted Jokic.
There you go.
There you go.
So he built this team, and now he's building the team to stop it.
It's pretty nuts.
So how
Think
much
about
credit
it.
can you give a GM? Really?
It's like a whole.
Oh, why not? Give them all the credit.
Yeah.
Those 6
He made
rings
these
in
trades
Chicago was
immediately
2.
when he got into office.
What's his name?
Oh, interesting. Jerry Krause.
Yeah, Jerry Krause.
Shout out.
Oh, this is Tim
His
Connolly.
His rings.
Yeah. Well,
Tim Connolly.
Mike Conley, Tim Connolly. Just
Yeah.
got the names.
TJ McConnell.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's get real here. Can Minnesota really actually win this series?
All right, what's your predictions? Let's just get to it.
Can they? Like you think that
Like
the
them.
Clippers could beat the Mavs?
Yeah.
Can the T-Wolves actually beat Denver?
Yeah.
I think
Actually-
they can. I'm giving Denver a 75% chance. of winning
Whoa, 75. What you got, Chuck?
I don't think that they can.
Yeah, I'll give them.
I'm gonna go Nugs in 7. It could
Going
be
Nugs in
6.
6.
I'm going
yeah.
Nugs in 6.
Yeah, I'll give them a
You know,
sliver of
I'm going
sliver
with,
of hope, though. I do gotta give them credit.
okay.
I do give him a sliver of hope. I think Ant could
10%
be really
chance. I
awesome.
don't know.
And,
Oh yeah.
you
'Cause
know,
they got-
attack Jokic or something. I don't know.
Minnesota's also got, you think of the big guys, they also got the wings.
Yeah.
This is gonna, if Jamal is not at 100%, this is gonna be a really fucking tough series for
Yeah.
them.
The one
Yeah.
advantage, like I guess Minnesota's offense breaking down late could be a
Yes.
helpful thing
Yeah.
for Denver.
Absolutely. And they haven't been necessarily in that. But although game 4, they were with 5 minutes to go, the game was still in the air
Yeah.
a bit.
And Ant will hit big shots.
Yeah.
So
Big shot, and
We'll see. We'll see if they.
we'll see.
It will be another level of defensive intensity that they did not get from the Suns.
and with the Lakers series, it almost felt like they were cruising at times. Just like,
Yep.
we're gonna get there
Yeah.
eventually.
Cruise control. Playing on neutral. Huh.
So it does feel like
As
they've
balls go
overcome-
flying in the
Whoa,
studio.
Bottles, bottle
Is
down.
someone drinking
Party
a beer
foul.
in here?
Somebody's drinking.
Don't tell
Bottles.
my moms.
Uh-oh. Sorry, mommy.
All right, you guys ready to
Yeah.
move east?
We're going out east. We finished the west, and we're going out east.
Danny, would you like to pick an East team?
Oh, okay. Let's go out to Cleveland and Orlando.
Cleveland. Hey.
Well, we will be going to Disneyland next. That's where
We're
Game
going-
6 is.
Disneyland.
Cleveland leads the series 3-2.
Ooh.
It has been a horrendous series so far. Cleveland is the second worst offense in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Orlando's 5th, but on the road, they're scoring 96.4 points per possession,
Oh.
which is horrific.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrific. Cleveland's only topped 100 points one time. So, here's my question.
What is it?
Which of these teams will score enough to win the series? Is this series fun? Do we trust Garland or Wagner more to come through? Is that what this series comes down to?
Great question. It pretty much does. I do think so. I guess I'm going Cleveland. I trust Garland more than
Just
Wagner
Cleveland.
right now.
Who would you trust, Franz or Garland here?
I'll go
because
I'm going Franz because of FIBA.
because of FIBA.
That's
So
fair.
Franz in game 4 there finished with 34 points,
Yeah.
13 rebounds, 4
That's great.
assists was awesome. 13 of 17 from the field. He even is shooting like 33%. Remember I was talking about Franz's poor three. He's shooting okay. It really is just 1-2 games.
Yeah.
But the rest of his game, these are his point totals in this series. 14, 34, 16, 18, 18.
Yeah.
Garland, on the other hand, he's 23. That's his only 20-point game. 14, 5, 15, 14. This is a guy who's scored like 40 points in a play-in game.
Yeah.
I know that's not the same
So
level
weird.
of defense, but like I feel like whichever one of those guys steps up and is the most consistent for the rest of this series, that's who wins this series.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. I don't know. My gut's telling me Garland.
Yeah.
Cleveland wins the series.
I mean, the Cavs got to figure out this thing on the road.
How's Mitchell performing?
He's been okay. I mean, everyone's shooting horrifically in this series.
So weird.
Really.
It's just
To
like
be honest, I
defensive
haven't
grind.
watched any.
Yeah, I've seen a few
watched a
quarters
couple.
here and there.
Maybe
Yeah.
a couple of quarters,
in
but not
doubtful
much.
game, yeah.
There have been some interesting games.
Oh, yeah.
For
It's
sure.
been a fun series so
Mitchell's
far. actually.
he's been good at
Yeah.
home, although
Yeah.
a little too much. Guess how many assists Mitchell has in this entire series combined?
11.
14.
He's got 9.
Ugh.
9 total assists. Little too much one-on-one. In Disneyland, he's 11 of 30 from the field. So
Because he's too busy going on rides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to play better over there. But isn't it funny that they win game 5 when one of their bigs is absent? Allen didn't play.
Oh, I didn't even realize Allen didn't play.
Yeah.
Did
What the hell? I watched
something
some of that
with
game.
Allen too? Did he get did he foul out or get a technical or get
I don't know, but
I
he's
don't
they're just not very good with him and Mobley on
Yeah.
the court. You know, we
It's
all
weird.
know this, but I don't know. I think Orlando wins game 6.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm having it going. I'm
they
going
kill
to
them at
home.
I'm going to
It's
say
fair,
7
yeah.
games.
Home.
I do think, I was going
It feels
7.
like it's a 7-gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That game
I agree.
7's going to be so. Is this series fun?
It's going to be 64 to
I,
62.
it's kind of fun. It's kind of
It's
fun
gonna be
watching
so
them win it.
ugly.
It's going to be
Yeah,
so ugly.
I like an
yeah.
ugly series.
I know.
Yeah, but I do too.
Get
yeah,
down
so
in the
that's
dirt.
let's see if I have anything else here. I don't really
Got
have
anything else? Got any other hot takes, Ben?
It's pretty even across the
You
board.
think Shaq's Magic would beat this Magic?
Yes.
Yes. Shaq and
Oh,
Penny.
They made the
you kidding me?
finals.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
but
beat
they
Jordan.
didn't have Franz Wagner though.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I don't have any hot takes.
I feel like Cleveland just doesn't run stuff enough. It's a lot of like Mitchell tries to play hero ball.
Yeah,
Do you think either of these teams? I just don't think either of these teams have enough offense to challenge the Celtics.
no,
No.
It's just
no way.
No. Yeah.
brutal out here.
Yeah,
Brick
yeah.
City,
Brick
Brick City.
Brick City.
Boom, 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 brick, brick.
Yeah, that's all I had for that one.
All right. Well, you foreshadowed.
All right.
the
Well, yeah, I
next
did
matchup.
foreshadow. I brought up the Celtics, right?
Boston Celtics.
Okay. I have a Heat question too. This is just kind of a fun question.
All right, here we go.
Did we overreact enough to Game 2? What's the proper time to overreact in a series? Game 4, 5, 6? Maybe it's-
I feel like 5 is a good time to react.
Definitely. Game 5
Yeah.
is a good overreact
Yeah.
game.
I'm never overreacted to the
So what
first
you
two
mean?
games.
It wouldn't be overreacting. It'd be
Maybe
reacting
3 is a
properly.
fun
No,
overreact.
you can overreact.
You can
when it's
overreact
five.
to Game
You could
5?
be like, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
If someone wins a
Yeah.
Game 5, you're like, this series is
Over. Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
The other team looks terrible because
Like the Clippers.
half the time you're right at the end.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do get that in Game 1, you look like a total ass
Yeah.
when the other team
They
wins
just-
4
yeah,
straight.
they just- yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I mean, Celtics game 2, they were soft.
I'm just glad it's over for the Heat.
And then they went 3 straight
Yo,
handily.
I don't need to
It
see
was
them
not
suffer
soft.
through another
They were not
series.
soft. These are the
yeah.
3-point percentages for the Heat in this series. Game 1, 32%. Game 2, 53%.
Yeah.
Game
The
3,
game they lost.
Yeah.
Game 3, 32. Game 4, 27. Game 5, 10.
10. Yeah.
They were playing the right strategy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they were.
They just got
were
burned
great.
by it once.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it. That was it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's the moral of the story.
And then
Celtics dominate.
Derek White put him away.
He put
Derek
him
White
away.
passed
The
them.
daggers.
He's leading the playoffs in true shooting percentage.
I love it.
Wouldn't
I love
shock
it,
me.
man. Yeah, give him
Wouldn't
his
shock me.
flowers.
Also, do you know what Tatum said about toughness the other night?
Uh-oh, what he
I
said.
have the quote here.
Toughness
What's the
isn't
quote?
earned. It's
No.
It's given.
He said, the world we live in is, there's got to be something wrong with every team. That's what they like to say. You can see how talented we are. I think it's lazy or easy to say that teams can out-tough us. I never understood that. Like, what's the definition of tough? Having louder guys on your team? That shit don't make you tough.
Ooh.
cold Tatum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
Tatum.
it. I fucking love that quote.
He's on his villain
That
arc.
shit don't make you tough.
He's got 2 sons now,
Oh.
Caleb and Deuce.
All right.
My question for you, Chuck, is: are you concerned about Kristaps' injury?
Great question.
Yeah, why not?
I'll take that as a concern.
You know, I think they should still get out of the East without him, but they're not winning the finals without him. They would have no chance in a finals without him.
Okay,
They're only
I don't
plus
know about getting out the East.
get out of here. They're only plus point. They're only plus 0.9 with Porzingis on the court. It's not like they lose a shit ton.
Yeah.
And they've done
Still
this
very
before. Al's been in.
Yeah.
Forget this team's been to the finals with Al. I like their bench. Cornette was actually the Bam stopper last night.
Huge.
Bam
Gotta give
had
it to him.
Bam had 4 points on 2 of 10 shooting last night against Cornette. He's a
Yeah.
big guy. And
love
I
it. Yeah.
like our depth. Like, I like Hauser, and I think Pritchard's real good. And we don't have Philly's a horrific rebounding team, despite
Why are
We're
you
a better
talking
rebound
about them
team.
as if they're relevant?
what's up, the Knicks?
Philly.
Oh,
He said
they
Philly,
could
right?
be. Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the Knicks.
I know. I'm just
Philly, because
I'm
that's what
just-
Danny was bringing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know if they're going to get out of the East.
Do.
I feel pretty good. I think I'm one in saying that they could lose to anyone, but I think they should get out of the East even without it.
Well, we'll see, Chuck.
I also
Anyways,
wanted,
How you feeling about your hometown C's?
I feel good. Why not?
What does toughness
Getting
mean
revenge
to you?
on them, mate.
What does toughness mean to me?
Yeah,
we know Tatum says it doesn't matter.
That's not what he said.
that's pretty much what he
He
said.
said not only people who yap loud are tough.
Right. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Well, what do you think he thinks it
Yeah.
means, and what does it
I'm
mean
in the
to
spirit
you?
of quiet toughness. That's my
So,
identity.
Yeah. Stoic,
Yeah.
metal, hunker
Metal.
down,
I mean,
take the blows,
yeah, and then respond.
Mhm. and respond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's a
I
loose
mean-
definition.
I don't.
What is something that like? What would one player something do that's not tough, and another player do that's tough?
I don't understand
don't-
the question.
I mean, this is what I'm thinking. I mean, I also think it's all kind of bullshit.
Toughness? Yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely
when
is.
you're winning, you can be
You
tough,
can be tough.
exactly.
and when you're losing, you're
soft.
not tough.
Yeah.
There are moments.
Do you think AD was tough in the Denver series?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he was awesome.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, but it's kind of how you lose.
And
Yeah.
he played well.
Does,
so-
Yeah.
that's how he
It's
was.
more. It's more. It doesn't really. There's no singular qualities. It's more of just mental.
It's just a vibe.
It's like
It's just
if
a vibe.
you-
Whoa,
Whoa.
bar
If
If
Yeah.
if you think you're tough, then you're tough.
Okay.
You're tough. Hey,
Heat culture.
you know
Yeah.
who doesn't ask if they're tough? Tough people.
Yeah, that's right.
Billy doesn't idle.
Here's a... Yeah, I mean, I don't have any more Celtics thoughts. I mean, that was kind of a,
They won.
it wasn't that much of a series.
Yeah, it really wasn't. After that game, too.
I think the overreaction came from the history behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the internet.
You know what I realized is that not just Celtics fans are traumatized by the Celtics. It's also everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
is traumatized.
Even the people who don't like the
Yeah.
Celtics. It's hard to watch that happen to a team.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But like
It's tough.
if we're thinking about toughness, tough teams don't go on the road and win game 6 in an elimination game against the defending champions and then go blow them out in game 7 to get to an Eastern Conference Finals. Like, if we want to talk about tough teams, the Celtics were down 3-2 going to Milwaukee with a former MVP and defending champion and kicked their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they won game 7. And last year,
That was
they were down 3-2 to Philly, went into Philly,
Yeah.
beat them,
Beat 'em.
then kicked their ass again in game 7.
Yeah.
That's tough. A
I
team
would
that's
say.
not tough doesn't win that shit. A team,
Yeah.
if we go back to the Eastern Conference Finals, the year that they advanced to the finals, they're up 3-2. They go home for game 6. Yada yada. It looks like, oh, we're going to the finals. They lose that game
Yeah.
to go back to Miami, only to show up for the game and beat them. Tough. If you're not tough, you don't win game. You don't win shit like that. Like, Clippers don't win shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, Clippers Nation.
But I don't think that comes down to toughness.
I think that does come down to toughness. I think that is toughness.
Yeah, it's kind of toughness.
That's mentally, that's a tough thing
I guess
to do.
That is a mental, I don't know if I'd
That's
call
when
it
teams
toughness.
fold. Those are 3 occasions where
Yeah.
they could have just folded. Like, Philly is folding every fucking time in those kind of situations.
True.
That's the Celtics. They have their problems.
They
get funky.
yeah.
They get
Yeah.
weird. But they've shown up for a lot of big games and won a
Majority
lot
of
of big
them.
games.
Oh,
majority
yeah,
of
there's
them
no arguing
with
with
this
that,
core, they've
for
showed
sure.
up. It's just the ones that the losses are the most, the ones that stick out the most.
Yeah,
People
and
remember,
those,
yeah.
they
And that's
sting.
what happens with every
And the
team,
truth
basically.
is, they might just not ever be good enough to get over that hump.
Maybe not.
I,
Especially if they run into
I would
the
not
Knicks.
be surprised if they don't get over that hump in this entire run, but they still have, proven that they can win hard games in the playoffs
Tough
far
games.
more than a lot of other teams you're going to look at in this whole
Yeah.
era of basketball.
Yeah, of course.
I agree with you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to enjoy the ride. Let's move on.
It sounds like someone's not
getting
enjoying
heated
their
up.
ride.
It sounds like someone needs to go to Disney World.
I have a Heat question.
Eat.
Have the Heat reached their peak? What do they need to do going forward? Here's some Heat things. 7th highest payroll this year.
Cha-ching. I could use a sound of cha-ching.
Jimmy will be 35 when the offseason begins.
Oof.
35 is the new 25.
Expected
for
to
real.
pursue a 2-year. Is it because all the old guys are going out in the first round? Expected to
Yeah.
pursue a 2-year extension worth up to $113 billion. Caleb Martin's a free agent, as is Haywood Highsmith, Kevin Love. Bam is also extension eligible. So
what was the question?
have the Heat reached their peak? What do they need to do going forward?
I mean, if it's
Such
not
a good
Jimmy,
question.
I think you have some pieces you can build around. Like Bam.
Do they
is
have
fine.
time? Do they have
Bam.
time to build?
Depends who they can get.
Yeah.
Well, what are they
You're
trying
building.
to do, Ben?
Yeah.
If,
Well, you
if
have
Jimmy's
to.
on the team, what are they trying to do?
If Jimmy's on the team,
Yeah, if Jimmy's
Yeah.
on the team, what are they trying to accomplish?
championship or nothing.
You think they could win a championship, Ben?
Well, they wouldn't be the first or second team I'd pick to win a championship, but maybe the third, fourth, or fifth.
All right, you
No
want to go through the
shot.
list? You want to go through that list?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Denver, you got at the top.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Ben's number
Celtics,
2 is
number
T-Wolves.
T-Wolves,
T-Wolves,
Celtics.
Celtics, healthy Bucks.
Yeah.
Healthy Sixers. What about your
Yeah.
Knicks?
Yeah, Knicks would be there.
Oh,
Maybe 4th or 5th.
Clippers.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
So you got the Heat.
They're
Like,
in the top 10. That's all I'm saying. Like,
okay, that's
maybe
fair.
maybe you get another star. Like they wanted to get Dame or whatever. Like, I don't know.
There are rumors for a star. I guess they have cap space opening.
Devin Booker. Is that what he wanted to go? He wanted to go somewhere.
Who?
Booker.
I
Or the
don't
Knicks.
know.
He wanted to go to the Knicks.
There's so much rumors already with the Knicks.
That-
I will get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get
We'll get to
it.
I don't know. I think
But
they
they've
got to
sho-
do something.
To me, they've shown toughness.
I know, but their best player is 35,
He's old.
and he can't.
Yeah.
He's never ever makes it through. Even if he plays in the playoffs, he doesn't make it through unscathed.
No.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wear on his body for sure.
Yeah.
35. I mean, yeah, I don't know what you're doing if you're Miami. Obviously, I mean, you're doing something.
Yeah.
I think you gotta, if you want to capitalize on this, you gotta try
Do
to find
something.
another running mate.
Yeah.
Because Bam's offensive game really hasn't expanded in a couple of years. He's gotten
No,
better
it
at the
hasn't.
things that he does,
Yeah.
but he has not gotten better in other areas.
He hasn't
No, there's a
taken the
limit
jump
to it for
offensively that I want him I
Yeah.
want him to take.
But we're still seeing good things from
Ugh.
Hero, Robinson,
I don't know.
Highsmith.
Hero was the Celtics eviscerated Hero in Game 5.
Yeah. Do you think this is?
I think Hero needs to go.
You just
I
said
would-
Highsmith was a free agent.
yeah.
I would,
and Caleb
I
Martin.
would trade Hero for sure.
I would
for
trade-
something.
They have too much overflow with Robinson and Rozier and
And
Hero.
Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
agree.
like, and if you have Rozier, I don't know which one's cheaper, but I imagine you could get Rozier for cheaper than Hero at this point.
Probably.
I don't know what the contracts are. I shouldn't be talking.
I don't know either. It's a weird thing. Yeah, I would like them to do something. They are rumored to go after like who's the big free agent? Donovan Mitchell. I don't know.
Donovan Mitchell.
They are been
It's
rumored
interesting.
to.
They just have
which
been
does worry me as a
a
Knicks fan.
bad offense for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And if they could just play better offense, they actually might be a title threat.
Yeah.
But they need a guy who can really go get a bucket. Like Hero disappears and
Yeah.
you can attack
It's
him. too
Jimmy
easily
and
on
company's just it's starting to feel like it's not enough anymore because he's just getting older, more wear and tear. Bam's gonna be great and do his things, and then Hero's just
And the
consistent.
East is better than it was a couple
Yeah,
of years ago.
that's a
I
big
know it
difference.
doesn't look like it right now
Yeah.
because everyone's injured,
Uh-huh.
but
No, they are.
the East is better
They
than
are.
They
it
are. And
was.
the Heat were barely in it again.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's only the basis of those two very improbable runs to the finals that you look at them and
No,
you're
yeah,
like,
you still don't
there
count
could
them
be-
out.
there's
you know,
an
they
eagle
try to
under
make
the
it look
rock, you know?
I just
crazy
don't think
run,
either
but-
of those series were particularly close that they made the finals.
Oh yeah, in the finals now. Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree.
I'm like, and it's I don't know. It's just like it feels like it's time to either do something or soft rebuild.
yeah, I wouldn't say blow it up entirely.
Yeah, no, definitely do something. I wouldn't lean soft rebuild just yet because they are, they got Spoelstra. They have this Heat culture that's this winning culture the last like 30 years, 20 years. But yeah, I don't know. They definitely got to do something, I
Mhm.
think. I feel like Hero, Martin, Rozier. I mean, Rozier was out. It's not enough, you know.
No, it's not Jaquez.
I like Hawkins.
Yeah, I love
We all
Jaquez.
lock him. We're all big.
They have
Hawkins
some,
fans.
and Jovic. I think
Yeah,
is going to
Jovic
be a
is-
good
Jovic
pro.
is, yeah, pretty
It's going to be a
solid.
rotation piece.
It's
Yeah.
going to take a little while, though,
Yeah.
for these guys.
Yeah.
But they need somebody who is impactful,
Mhm.
a third or second star.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
One of those Atlanta
I just
point
wouldn't be.
guards.
I'm not too scared of them going forward
just all,
in
like,
because they're
no.
getting old. Getting old.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. They're not as scary as they were, I think, going into this year, they were a little more scarier than they are going into next year, I think.
Oh, definitely.
What's next?
What's next?
Are we gonna get into these two series? Or are we just completely saving it?
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Well, we could talk about the Bucks
Ah.
and Pacers, can't we?
What happened
What
without
happened?
ruining the score of the Knicks game?
So you want to know the score
Uh,
of the Bucks Pacers game?
Well,
Right?
the Pacers were up big in the
Yeah,
fourth quarter.
I'm pretty sure
the
the Pacers
Pacers won by 22. It's
Okay.
over. Indiana
over.
wins 4-2.
All right. Do you have any questions for that?
Okay.
Or you have to
I mean,
switch it?
my question was here. You think
Okay,
the Bucks would
let's get
cruise
into
to a
it.
victory in this series if Giannis was just healthy? Because I think they would.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Is it necessarily cruise, maybe? I don't think they would have
Six?
beat them. Yeah,
I don't know. The
maybe
Pacers beat them in the
6.
regular season all the
I know,
time.
but here's my problem with
I would've had
the regular
6.
season game. Okay, here's Halliburton in the regular season meetings: 27 points, 11 assists, 64% from 2, 37.5 from 3, 65% true shooting, and he only had 7 turnovers in all 5 contests.
Yeah.
He was in his
He
bag.
was really
In-
good. That's when he was, playing amazing.
In this series, before tonight's game, he was averaging 15.8 points per game, 42% from the field, 55% true shooting, 31% from 3, assists still pretty good at 9,
Yeah.
but 14 turnovers, double the amount.
Yeah.
He hasn't exactly been the same since the injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And man, he was amazing in all those games earlier in the season.
So good. So good.
So I just think it's a little bit of a fall off. And yeah, they have Siakam, but I don't know what he scored tonight. But he had a great first 2 games, but then was scoring like 13. Where did I wrote it down here. Oh yeah, last 3 games, 12, 13, and 17.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
I think it would have been a competitive series. I think it'd be a few blowouts
Just-
Bucks way, but I thought Bucks
just
pretty-
for kicks, this is what Giannis is averaging against the Pacers this year.
okay.
42.2 points per game.
It's that Ballgate game.
So they're missing about 40 points.
Stat padding.
13
Yeah.
boards, 5.4 assists, 17 free throw attempts per game, 67% shooting.
Yeah.
I mean, the man's a
Big
machine.
difference.
I don't know. I think the Bucks win this decently easy.
Yep.
Of course,
But they didn't.
they've had a trouble. Yeah, no, they're gone.
They're out.
Surprised to see him gone.
Milwaukee's
Actually.
out. Yeah.
I didn't feel like
I
they
mean,
had it this
all these
year,
injuries suck.
but
honestly.
I kind of thought, injuries suck,
Okay.
but I kind of thought they'd be around.
Yeah. I thought I don't know. Yeah. I kind of felt like Dame, I guess he got injured too.
Yeah.
But
Elton
it was
was
almost
coming off
a
injury.
scary, scary little window there for a time for the Pacers.
Yeah.
And they lost that game 5.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Mm.
But young team on the road. Are the Pacers actually a threat to anyone coming out of the other series?
I think so, to a degree. I think they're
Think
more
so?
of a threat to than which series we did Denver,
Knicks,
Minnesota,
It'll be
where we did percentages.
Ben did a percentage.
Yeah,
the 75.
Yeah, I think a little bit.
If they play the Knicks, what's your percentage on them?
My percentage
Yeah.
be more than a 75 for lean Knicks. I'll go
Yeah.
I'll go 35%. The Pacers have a shot of winning, being the Knicks.
That's less
Hmm.
than 75.
Yeah, but you said you gave 25% to the T Wolves.
Yeah.
That's what
oh,
I'm
so
saying.
you're saying okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think either of those teams
Could
will
beat
have.
the Pacers.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think they'll both be the favorite, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Maybe
mean,
I'm just being a
maybe-
little
Honestly,
pessimistic.
they might have
That's my team.
I feel like they would have a better shot of beating Philly Because the one thing that the Knicks can't do to Joel Embiid is space him with a shooting big.
Yeah.
And that really forces him to be on the perimeter, whereas to detriment at times of the Sixers defense, they're playing him in drop, which is easy for Brunson to get around and shoot his shots, but also allows him to stop everything that's coming to the rim.
Yeah.
But if Miles Turner is out there, Joel's, and you have this 5-out thing going, Joel's going to have to guard the perimeter, which is, in his state, which he does not look good at all, is going to be horrendous.
Yeah.
So in a sense, I feel like the Pacers have a better chance of beating the Sixers than the Knicks.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I agree with that. All right.
I've want to do one little Nick thing before.
Let's do it.
Right. One little
I
Nick
guess I
thing
could talk
before
about
we...
my Game 5 experience briefly.
But then we might have to talk about Game 5 and Game 6.
Okay,
but
so I'll save it.
We could save it because no matter what, you can
just
bring it
remind
up.
me feel now going into it, and then
remind me.
and then how it is when we watch the game.
Oh, here. Okay.
Don't you say a word, Ben?
I'm not saying fucking shit.
Here we
I'm
go.
not saying shit.
Let's dole out some Sixers hate. Danny,
okay,
if you were to rank your 3 most hateable Sixers, primarily focused on this series, what are your top 3? You don't have to limit yourself to players.
Oh.
It could be anyone over there on that side.
Oh, I mean, I like Nick Nurse a lot. Who's their assistant coaches?
Man. Fuck Morey.
Morey.
He's a liar.
Oh, Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey is a liar.
I already forgot Morey. I thought you were talking about the fucking guy with the TV show. Morey. Who's that guy?
Not that guy.
Who are you most annoyed at in this series?
I'm definitely annoyed at Embiid. I'm sick of him. Kyle Lowry.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Those are the
Does
2
Kyle
obvious
Lowry piss
candidates.
off?
Definitely.
Actually, he's been pissing me off just because, it's just so good.
It doesn't have to be a little different for Maxey because at
It is a
least
little
you appreciate the game.
Oh, yeah. I gotta appreciate it.
Whereas
Game.
Joel's just like a little troll out
What
there
the fuck?
swinging his clubs.
Yeah.
His clubs, pulling
Yeah, he's
people
just
into
like,
the
I'm
weeds.
injured. Everyone else has to get injured with me.
Yes.
Swing.
Kicking
Feinstein
Arnold
from
Schwarzenegger
press
there. Everyone must get hurt with me.
I'll be back. But fucking,
Who's your third?
Oubre.
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 I knew I was.
Yeah,
I was forgetting someone.
He's got one of those annoying faces.
Yeah, Oubre he's like very
He
good
looks like a
looking,
fucking
but
Pirates
also
of the Caribbean
he's
extra
like
out there.
he wears this arrogance on his face that's very punchable, but also kind of looks like a tough guy. But he's not a tough guy. But it's like you don't want to fuck with him because he kind of looks like he could
He does
be
have
tough.
that swagger.
But also,
that
it's like gives
overconfidence.
off pretty boy, light skin vibes. It's a weird mix. It's a weird mix for Oubre. And I generally kind of like Oubre sometimes, but whatever. We're playing him, so fuck this guy.
All right, and one more Knicks. Well, this is a Sixers and Knicks. Which team's workload concerns you more? Brunson's at 44 minutes a game, Hart 46, OG 41. Brunson's at 101.8 touches per game, second in the playoffs.
Yeah.
His time of possession is 6.51 seconds per touch. That's first.
Wow.
A lot of ISOs.
Shortest or longest?
That's the longest.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of ISOs they're putting him through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
He did super gassed at the end of the last game.
I just,
especially after that whack from Embiid in overtime.
Do you think, or I said my question was, which team's workload concerns you more? I guess Embiid.
Embiid
is
does
just
look.
Embiid.
He looks like he's been run over by a steamroller.
He looks like an old donkey.
Yeah, just on his last legs, doing one last run. No, I guess Embiid.
So I do.
I don't know. I
kind of
mentally prepared myself for Tibbs overplaying everyone in this postseason.
Does that concern you going later into the rounds?
A little, but not really. I don't know. Tibbs is just gonna play.
I feel like these guys seem invested in what Tibbs is doing with them. And
Yeah.
they're fine to
I'm just
play.
saying it's a lot if you're playing your guys 44
It's a
minutes
lot.
No, it is.
every
It
single
is.
It's a
night.
lot.
I'm just like, I think they're ready to go.
I would
and
like
they're gonna
some
go all
Burks
the way.
minutes, but he's been pretty bad for us.
Yeah.
And they're getting thinner too because
Yeah,
you lost
Bogdanovic.
Bogdanovic.
Bojan.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal injury. The same day Chris Finch got hurt.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So
Or-
I
or
would
I
be
got this
concerned
news the
He's
same
a
because
time.
surrogate for Bogdanovich now.
it's just a lot of minutes in
It is.
in a
It is
short amount of
concerning.
time.
But it's like, I don't
And
know.
and the fact that like all of your offense just runs through Brunson is also like if he was playing 44 minutes, but sometimes he could be off the ball.
yeah, that would
That
be
it'd be a
nicer.
little. It's just the workload is heavy.
It's tough, man.
Here's a stat for you. In the last 5 years, teams who've had a player average more than 31 points a game, Brunson's at 34.4,
Okay.
in the playoffs have advanced past the conference semifinals only one time.
What?
Weird stat.
Can you guess who that was?
Have advanced past the semifinals.
So it made the conference finals, averaging
In the
more than
past.
31 points a
in
game.
the past how
Wait,
many
what was
years?
the question?
Who's the only player to make the conference finals after averaging more than 31 points per game in the last 5 years?
Okay.
In the East?
No,
In the whole league?
East or West.
Oh.
There's only one player who's done it in the last.
Luka?
Luka Doncic.
yeah.
Of course.
Here's another one. Teams with a player over 23 field goal attempts in the playoffs. Brunson's at 29.6, have made a conference finals once in the last 5 years. So, and that is again
Luka
Luka
Doncic.
Luka Doncic. That's it.
Pretty good.
So, all this to say, Brunson is spectacular,
Yeah.
but that I'm not sure what's going on right now is sustainable.
yeah, I mean, I'm not
they-
thinking about it.
They can, yeah,
You can't think-
they can definitely make the conference finals.
No,
So he
we're
could-
making that.
He could
conference
become the
back.
second, but I think the workload it's got to be scary.
And they used to
eventually.
play
Yeah.
together too.
Yeah.
So
Draft.
we can save the rest of the Knicks for later.
All right, we'll save it.
All right.
Table that for later.
You guys want to do some trivia here?
Trivia.
Trivia, and then we can watch the game.
Trivia. And we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. Don't you?
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
your preload.
Here, we'll stay with the Knicks. A little Knicks trivia.
Ooh.
What?
Trivia.
What was the year of the last Knicks Sixers playoff series?
Oh, good
I
question.
think I heard that. Who are you
I guess-
throwing this to?
Well, we'll throw it to Ben first because
Last
Danny's a hometown.
Knicks Sixers playoff series?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll give a point for whoever's closer,
Okay.
and 2 points if you get the exact year.
I'm gonna say, dude, I'm gonna say 2010.
Okay.
I don't think we ever played them in the playoffs in the Mellow.
Oh no, I know. It's 2003.
Okay.
2003.
2 guesses over there.
Yeah,
We were
I'm
not in the-
It wasn't my final
Okay,
answer.
okay,
It
it's
wasn't
fair
my
enough. The
final.
We
answer-
were not in the playoffs in 2003.
Oh,
but I had
okay,
to
well.
break it to you.
Yeah. never mind.
And we didn't have a draft pick. Oh no, we did. We drafted Mike Sweeney. Ugh. I'm gonna say like 96.
All right. Danny would be closer on both accounts. 1989.
89.
Um,
Makes sense.
all right. And
Wow.
the Knicks swept a first round series, 3-0.
There you go.
I'll give you 2
Bernard
points
King?
if 2 points if you can guess the leading scorer for the Knicks in the clinching game.
Oh,
In 89?
shit.
Yeah,
Oh, I 89.
I wouldn't say ask this question if it wasn't a name.
Yeah,
you both knew.
So that's why I know. Who are you going to first?
Danny, you can go first.
I'm gonna go Doc Rivers.
Okay, that's
Um,
incorrect. It is not Doc
Oh.
Rivers.
I'll go Phil Jackson.
Incorrect. He played in like the 60s.
70s.
Mark Jackson.
Hey,
Mark
at least
Jackson.
I got a Jackson, baby.
All right.
Yeah,
Who
you're
is the
right.
leading
Doc was after
scorer?
Mark. What
Who
am I
is-
thinking?
Here's
You
who
replaced
is
him.
the leading
Hmm.
scorer for the Sixers in the deciding game?
In 89.
Ben. Yeah.
Jerry West.
Nope. Danny.
The logo.
Yeah.
Moses Malone.
That's a good guess because they played on the
Barkley.
same team at one point. It's the round mound of
Barkley.
rebound.
That's
Charles
what-
Barkley.
That was my
That's my
first
next guess.
thought, and then I was like, oh, no, I'm gonna go Moses here. It's probably Moses.
Okay.
No, it's Barkley.
Here's another one. Knicks centered. How many
Okay.
playoff series since the 1976 merger have the Knicks
Ooh.
played against the Celtics and Sixers combined? So how many series between the Celtics and Sixers
And the
combined
Knicks
against the Knicks?
against the Knicks since the 76 merger.
Yeah, since the NBA started as
I'll
the
go with
ABA.
I'm gonna go with 4.
Four.
Wow, that was my guess. I'm gonna go 5 then.
5. Danny's closer. It is 9.
Price is Right style, bitch.
Before this year,
I'll
Yeah,
take
you're-
$1 more.
before this year, they played the Celtics in 2013.
Yeah.
And obviously
Beat 'em.
1989. They played the Pacers 7 times, Heat 6 times,
Bulls,
Bulls 6
yeah.
times, Cavs 4 times.
Oh,
Interesting.
Cavs, huh?
Yeah.
I guess
All
the
right.
Larry Nance.
So we'll give
Mark
Danny a
Price
point
era.
there
Probably
because
play him one.
he was closer.
Okay.
All right. Which MLB team is leading the league in team ERA?
What? Just immediately goes to the MLB.
Whoa.
Ben foreshadowed
I did,
it
I
by playing the
predicted
draw.
it.
What the fuck? That was jarring. Fuck. It's
Yeah. Who leads the league in team ERA?
who are you going to?
We'll go. Who did I go,
Go
to?
Ben.
Let's go to Ben.
Team ERA.
Yeah, who leads the league in team ERA this year?
Trying to think of all the teams. Oh, I don't fucking the Braves.
The Braves. That is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Danny.
They've been injured. The Red Sox.
It is the Boston Red Sox.
I wasn't sure if it was team ERA or bullpen ERA or something. but it's just
We
both
definitely have the best
Bullpen,
starting
starting.
ERA.
Oh, okay.
The starters.
Maybe it was bullpen like
Either way.
like a few
Okay.
weeks ago.
All right,
But
back
yeah, either
back
way,
to
good.
basketball. I just had to
Bas-
throw that one in there
Yeah,
for fun.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How many playoff series wins do the Timberwolves have in their history? They've been a franchise since 1989. Danny's first.
3.
That is correct.
Ding
Ding ding.
Bing bong.
All
KG
right.
won all of them.
All right.
Or I guess this one. They just won.
Yeah, this one and
Yeah.
then the two that KG
That's
won.
right. Yeah,
in,
because
um,
I probably would have said
in
3, too.
03-04, they won a series 4-1 over the Nuggets and 4-3 over the Chris Webber Kings.
Ooh.
All right,
Web-
I got
7.
Spidey.
2 more questions for you here. Since 2000, the Celtics, Spurs, Heat, and Lakers have played the
Jesus.
most playoff games.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which team has played the 5th most since 2000?
Oh.
Ben, you're up first.
No, let me think about this. From the 2000?
Wait, who'd you say?
The Celtics, Heat, Spurs, and Lakers.
Have played those teams have played the 4 most.
Is
Who's
it the-
played the 5th most?
Is it the Clippers?
It is not the Clippers. Danny.
bro. I'm between 2 teams. I won't say it in case it goes back to Ben somehow. I'm gonna go Dallas Mavericks.
It is the Dallas
I
Mavericks.
thought about that
Wow. Very good.
My backup was the Suns.
It's followed by the Warriors, Cavs, and Pacers.
Oh yeah, the Warriors.
too. The Warriors was my
yeah,
first guess,
Cavs
but then
and
because you
Pacers.
said it, I was like,
Oh, the
it's not.
Pacers. Yeah, they just kept
Alright.
going to the playoffs.
All right, and this is
Huh.
my final question. Let's stick with the Spurs here. Tim Duncan has a famous wizard tattooed on his body. What is the wizard's name?
Oh shit! There's like
Famous
3
wizard.
options.
Is it a fictional wizard? Is it
It's
someone
I
who
don't think there's any real
wizard, bro.
wizard.
Is there someone who played for the Washington Wizards?
Oh
No, it is not.
Oh.
Do I go?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'll go Gandalf the Great.
That is incorrect.
Even a wizard?
It's down to
Yes,
2.
he
It's down to
is.
He
2
is.
wizards. I'm going Dumbledore.
It is not Dumbledore. Danny, you want to
Dumbledore.
take one more hack at it?
Wizard. Is it
I got one more guess if he gets it wrong,
uh
even if it's for no
Yeah.
points.
Surely it's not the Wizard of Oz.
It is not the Wizard of Oz. Ben.
That's not even his name, bro.
Oz? What's his name?
I don't know.
What's his name?
It's like Shamil or something.
Whatever. I took it. I
Okay.
I understood what he was talking about.
No, I know.
Talk about Shamil, bro.
Shut up, Kronk.
Yeah, you're Kronk.
Merlin?
Merlin is correct.
Merlin?
Fucking
What's a
finally.
Merlin? Who's even Merlin?
King Arthur,
King
bro.
Arthur, bro.
Camelot and shit.
He loved that Disney movie. It's like
Oh,
The
yeah.
Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, the Sword in the Stone.
Which I also love.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, there's Dumbledore, there's Gandalf, and there's Merlin. That's the three famous wizards. It's no one else. Should have gone with Merlin off the bat, but we got there eventually.
All right. That wraps up trivia.
Trivia.
All right. Well, I think we're going to go watch the Knicks game now.
We'll be back with an update from
We'll be
the
back
No Shots
with a
Pod.
live react.
Live
Reaction.
Nixers. Danny may not be alive.
We're going to have to give him some of the whiskey like he brought.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to spoon feed him some whiskey.
Spoon it.
All right.
Spoon
So we'll,
me,
we'll
baby.
be back with a rapid react.
Rapid React coming back.
Catch you on the flip side, brothers.
Catch you on the flippy dick.
That's got to go. Catch you on
Catch you on the flippity dick.
Diggy dog.
All right, we took a little break here to watch the Knicks Sixers, but we're back on the No Shots podcast, returning after watching the scintillating 118 to 115 victory for the New York Knicks over the Sixers in enemy territory, which the Sixers almost came back again, trailing by 8 in the final 2 minutes. They tied it up. Josh Hart hit a big three. Brunson poured in another 40-point performance, and Coach Tibbs decided to foul. All right, let's get to our live post-game reacts. See how happy Danny is.
Welcome back to the No Shots podcast.
Come as you are.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York. Come on, you know what happened.
Fuck MB.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Oh, man. Forget about it. City of Freaks.
The Knicks win in an exciting game, 118 to 115. We saw
Boom,
Clutch
baby.
Free throws by DiVincenzo.
I don't want to hear
Clutch free
another
throws
word.
by
and Brunson, but Hart really had the shot of the game.
And
Don't
Hart
we agree?
had the shot of the
Tied
game.
at
The three? Yeah.
Tied at 111. They double Brunson there. The ball gets kicked back out
Lost
wide
a
open.
controversial
Huge kick out.
goaltending call, too.
Yeah, it must have been called.
Oh, yeah. It was goaltending on the floor.
On the floor.
That's why they
Yeah.
played to 110 immediately.
So how you feeling there, Danny?
Whoa. First of all, I want the listeners to know. All right. I never doubted. I never wavered. What's the word?
Wavered.
Wavered. All right. I'll tell you this right now. You know, then come on. It was Knicks. Come on. It's Knicks were going to the finals.
Oh,
Boston
boy.
Celtics. Chuck is shook.
I'm not
Chuck
shook.
is shooketh.
Not shooketh.
Knicks, baby. Tibbs changed the culture. Came into New York, changed the culture. Just recapping shit from like the last 4 years.
But it feels like
boy.
a culmination of the Thibodeau era, does it not?
Guys,
yeah, sure.
Guys, it's the first
It's round.
round. It's the first round.
I know.
You've been out of the first round before.
Yeah, but this is...
Yeah, but I forget the feeling.
You forget that.
I don't know how I act when this happens. You're used to this. You're used to this.
Yeah, the first round is nothing to you.
2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Huge.
Huge.
Pacers, here we come. Pacers.
So
They don't want to see us in
you
Indiana.
think about it. How many points did Reggie Miller score?
Don't remind me of that.
I'm just saying because the Knicks won that series too. They won the Reggie Miller 8 points and 13 seconds or
They
whatever.
did?
It was. Yeah, they won that series.
There's no
And they won-
shot. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe it.
And 6 points with 28 seconds. They won this series too after a disastrous game 5.
Yeah, disastrous. By the way, all right, game 5 recap. Right, I'm watching this in my work, in my domicile, my little domain, right?
The Dama
Right, it's
style.
I'm not gonna say where it is, but it's not too far from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
It's like, it's within a couple miles. Let's say
And
that.
he lives on an island in the Hudson.
Yeah, exactly.
His own private island.
My own private island. Anyways, I'm working here. Knicks blow this lead. Maxey, don't hit free throws. 4-point play. 7 points. What was it? 7 points in 28 seconds?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Bro, and the third, with 2 minutes left, I was like, oh, we're going to win. I'm going to be in a good mood for the rest of the night. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go chill, do my thing. They blow the lead, and the rest of the night, I'm just running into other Knicks fans who are just distraught in my work.
It's hard having
Just
a tough
coming-
loss like that.
Yeah, and they're just
brutal.
yeah, it's brutal.
And the
Just-
Yankees lost.
You were right there.
Yeah,
You were
and the
practically at
Yankees
game.
lost. It's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so coming to this one, and in the first
Never
half,
wavered.
You got a 22-point lead.
Oh yeah, in the first quarter, huge lead. I'm like, okay, it's the first quarter. It's no big deal. I wasn't overreacting, was I?
Yep. No. It's
Nope.
not good to
Never
overreact
wavered.
after one quarter.
But the second quarter, they go on the run. In the first quarter, second quarter, the run continues. It's tough.
That was tough.
Sweating in my boots a little bit.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Honestly, didn't think the Sixers would have such a response.
Yeah, to that first quarter.
No, I was following the score on my phone, as you know.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Cheater.
Cheer pumpkin ear.
And I did not say a fucking word.
For once in Ben's life,
But
they didn't spoil something.
I see this lead. I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a good night. Knicks are gonna go to the second round. Woo.
No.
And then I'm panicking, watching the Sixers slowly creep up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and that first quarter,
I didn't think it was done for, and I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
it's been a very even keel score through the series.
it was clear to me the Sixers didn't really bring the defensive intensity needed at the beginning of the game. Like, the Knicks were able to really get into their sets
the
quite
rebounding,
easily, and the
yeah.
rebounding
Yep,
was
yep, the
horrific
rebounding.
as usual.
Best rebounding
Um,
team in the league, baby. I'm
but-
doing
yeah.
celebratory shot.
It was a nice response there in the second quarter. They won the second quarter 32-15, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well,
The
yeah, it
Knicks
was.
were deeper in their game.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
I feel like they brought the proper intensity there in the second. And
Oh, yeah.
The Knicks were a little off track. Embiid looked a little better.
He looked
It
solid.
looked smoother.
He left in the first
Yeah, he
quarter,
did.
right?
Yeah, he did. They survived those
Shout out
minutes.
Embiid for coming
They
back.
made a little run there.
But we saw flashes from Hield and
Yeah.
Payne.
And
pain.
the Knicks did a good job settling the ship, though, at the end of the quarter.
Yep.
Call that toughness?
Yeah, why not?
I would.
I would.
It was.
Yeah,
we
settling
call
the ship
in the
is tough.
showbiz a callback.
Yeah. But I think Philly really lost the game in that third quarter
Yeah.
because there was about 6 minutes left, and the Sixers had stretched their lead to about 10. It was
Yep.
like around that 10-8 range.
Yeah.
And they missed 3 good looks at threes.
Yeah.
That could have
Called
really
it out. It could have really buried us. In
Yeah.
the moment, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
would have
didn't.
been rough.
They didn't. Yeah.
And
It was a
The
couple of
Knicks
those
settled
off
down
of
and made a little
rebounds,
run
too.
and got it to round 3-4 until
Yep.
they tied it at the end. OG hit some crazy threes at the end of that
Yeah,
third quarter.
he did. He
And
did some
it
good
was
things.
one at the end of the third to tie it,
Yeah.
and then the go-ahead one in the fourth quarter. That was a good omen. I always love grabbing the lead right at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Clutch.
It kind of reversed
feels
that
good.
that feeling the Sixers had where they had control of the game
Yeah.
in that third quarter, and even though the score was tied and OG punching that 3 in at the beginning of the quarter, it was like, oh, well, shit, now we're down. We've played so well for a quarter and a half here, took total control of the game, and now they're ahead again. We got to do this shit again.
Which team do you think thrives more when it's
Knicks.
frenzied?
Oh, I don't know.
The Knicks,
OKC.
definitely.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
The fourth quarter felt a little
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
frenzied,
yeah,
and they sort of took advantage.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The Sixers really needed a little bit more calm, especially,
Yeah,
the Knicks did a good job junking a bunch of their sets up. But really, it was some of the turnovers and missed shots that the flailing Joel Embiid had there in the fourth that led to a bunch of easy transition points for the
Mhm.
Knicks.
Plus, he fouled out.
He did foul out there,
yeah,
but it was an intentional foul
No,
yeah,
at the end there.
otherwise he wouldn't have gotten it.
yeah.
So I don't know, that little 2-minute stretch there in that third, that was brutal. for
Yeah.
the Sixers, but
Mm.
kept the Knicks in the game,
Yep.
and they wrestled it back.
Wrestle it back, baby.
All right, so you got the Pacers on next.
Oh,
We know officially now.
We know officially. Pacers, Knicks. Move on podcast day. What you guys think?
Is it podcast day?
It's podcast day. Worldwide, baby. That's where we are. No shots worldwide. Yeah, I mean, pretty fun day of basketball.
Hey, so you,
Such contentment.
how you guys been lately?
How you been, by the way, Ben?
By the
That's
way,
how we start the.
Oh, good.
That's
that's what
start.
we call a callback.
That's what we call an
In
industry.
showbiz.
That's brutal. All right, we got anything else to say here?
No, we got
tonight?
plenty to say. We got
We
do
got-
another
we got
hour.
A lot to talk about.
We got another hour.
We're
going.
live blogging Monopoly.
Monopoly Go.
Monopoly Go.
Unbelievable.
It's Monopoly, but it's fast.
It's
And-
but you're on the go.
But you're on the go. No string. Baltic Avenue just got sold for $5 million.
What are you gonna do
Developing a
about it?
condominium?
Condominium incoming.
Go to jail.
Go to jail. That's what you're doing. Next
Ay,
move, go to
ay, ay.
jail. Now, thoughts on Knicks Pacers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nick's got it.
it's kind of a contrasting style.
Yeah.
What
you
is
just
the
said,
con-
oh
what is
yeah,
the
got
style?
me.
What's the contrast?
Well, I think
Yeah.
the Pacers
agree.
want to get up and down and run, and
We're not doing that shit.
they're a low turnover team.
We're not doing
yeah,
that
that's
shit.
why I like the Knicks for this series.
This is yeah. Very
And the Knicks are
contrast.
going to try to junk it up.
They're gonna,
They're gonna
wall
junk
them
it up.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I
But
think. Yeah,
Knicks in 6.
I feel
Knicks
like
in 4.
the only thing is I feel like that New York depth that's going to be tested over. You can make
Yeah.
it through one series, the next series
It's gonna be
just
tough.
gets a little harder.
Yeah.
So,
I would like to see
and-
some Burks in there.
So
First couple games.
if Indiana
Something.
can really get out and change the pace of the game, it
Yeah.
will help them in the long run. I could see a couple games swinging their way because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could.
Who won the
Yeah.
season series? You know, Danny?
That's a great question, and I don't know the answer of
Yeah,
it.
fair enough.
I'm gonna say the Knicks
Engineer
because
Ben's
the
on that.
Pacers are trash. They're going down.
You're gonna say Knicks?
No, I don't know. Actually, it might have been the Pacers. I have no idea.
Season.
All I know is the Knicks won tonight, baby. Go New York, go New York.
Yeah, it'll be definitely a little bit. I mean, the Knicks might go a little bit smaller.
Smaller, yeah.
times.
That's what I'm thinking.
But
could be fun.
the boards could be a problem. For
Could be a
Indiana,
problem,
for
yeah.
real. They are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But that is because they like to get out and run. So it could be,
A lot of
Could go-
second chance.
I could see it
opportunities.
going both ways at times of the series.
Yeah, yeah. I
But-
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. All I know is
Which point guard will control the game?
It looks like this
Sides.
season series is 3-2 Pacers.
3-2
Okay.
I
Pacers.
think. Or maybe
Yeah.
some more.
Not that
games.
it matters that much. In the long
No.
run.
yeah, it
of
don't
course.
matter.
No,
It don't
no.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they beat us in that end season shit?
I
They
don't
did,
think we
right?
were in that.
We weren't in that.
Were we?
No.
I thought
I
we
don't
were in
think
that.
So
I feel like you got eliminated on the last day.
yeah, it was
Okay.
close. But
Pacers,
yeah.
Who was
Bucks.
in that? Pacers, Bucks. You're right. You're right.
Who did the Celtics play? Celtics played the Pacers, and the Bucks played the. Maybe they did play the Knicks. The Bucks
I
played
feel-
the Knicks.
Right?
They were.
Fuck.
I
I
think
knew
they were.
someone's
Yeah.
BS in there. I feel like we were the fourth team.
Yeah, you might be right.
Just
So-
like Magic. Yeah. Just like the
You want
easiest
another
to
last?
already forgot about it.
What's
Their
up?
last 5 scores:
Yeah. Give it to me.
129, 138 Knicks on April 5th.
Yeah.
141, 136 Pacers. April
Yeah.
9th. 126 to 140 Pacers on December 30th.
Yeah.
109 on February 1st, Knicks to Pacers 105. And most recently,
I was like,
a 125 to 111 rout by the Pacers.
what? Well,
I
Different
think
personnel.
if you're gonna play
person,
7
we're in the
guys,
playoffs.
it's gonna be tough a couple games.
it is, man. That's why I would like to see like someone
Yeah.
maybe
Alec
get
At least
like
early
10
in-
minutes in the first
Yeah, at
couple
least
games.
early.
Who else do
yeah.
we have?
Burks will be the next guy up. We have a bunch of young guys who haven't played much besides garbage time this year. Jericho is a guy who's played significant time.
Why not Jericho?
Because we got Mitch Rob
Yeah.
back, so we don't really
Yeah.
need a third center.
We need someone.
It'll
to
be-
say Brunson.
yeah,
might not
Brooks-
be
Brooks will
might
be good
not
to
be the
play.
series for Mitch Rob
Yeah. So especially when
because
much
Miles
Jericho
Turner can.
can shoot. Yeah,
I know Embiid can shoot, but he's just so slow.
yeah. It's a difference.
So you want to have
Turner's got that quick
Hartenstein
release.
in there?
I think he'll be the better
Hartenstein-
big in this series. Yeah,
Yeah, and
he's more
And
mobile.
or Sims.
And or just-
Precious actually.
and they'll make
Precious.
that would be a good
Precious,
one
I
to
forgot
play.
we got Precious. Yeah.
and,
Precious or Burks maybe get some minutes in the first
Yeah.
few games. See how
I mean,
they look.
and Anunoby could play
Can you
the
put-
5.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah. Can you
Honestly.
put Anunoby on
Yeah, we could on Turner. Why not?
Turner? Yeah.
Why not?
Big-
Yeah, could be a fun.
good
Could be a
defender.
weird series.
Yeah.
Fun small ball series.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. 2 good crowds.
Yep.
It'll be
Do
2
they still
good
have
crowds.
Goga Bertans? Bertans? No, they don't. They don't.
I don't
right?
think so.
They don't. They got Jarvis Walker.
It's just
right?
wrong.
Jarvis Walker. That's who
They got
they were
Obi.
using
It's
him
Obi
for-
Revenge series.
Obi Revenge series.
Oh, shots, baby.
Obi's revenge.
Obi's Revenge.
Basketball means, everything in my life.
Over under, he dunks on Hartenstein.
What if
Who?
he dunked on?
Multiple games. Obi.
Obi.
Who? Wait, what'd you say?
What if
I
he
s-
dunked on Jacob? His
No.
brother?
He's not gonna play.
Oh,
That's his
over
garbage.
1, over 4.
No,
That's
I'd say it happens one time.
It could happen one time.
I say 2.
Could happen one time. You played a terrific game tonight. We're going back to the game.
Go back to the game, Danny, if
No,
you got
that's it.
extra
I got
feelings
much.
to convey.
My
Tell it
feelings are unavailable.
Oh boy, this is gonna be tough.
Knicks win.
Knicks win. All right. Do we have anything else? Yeah, Knicks Pacers is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Any more thoughts?
No.
I don't know. Got any thoughts? Good win.
All right, good win. So that is officially been the No Shots podcast. And we can guarantee it, baby. Knicks in 6.
Knicks in 6 over Pacers.
Yeah, we're gonna win 6 every series
I'll go with
in
6.
the playoffs. Knicks in 6 over the Pacers. Knicks in 6 over the Celtics. Knicks in 6 over the Nuggets.
All right, we got to end this pod.
I do not
He's going to
care.
go beyond the finals.
I don't care. Knicks is 6 next year. Knicks is 6 in 2 years.
Knicks to the Super Bowl. It's 6 for the
Knicks win the
World
Super Bowl.
Series.
The World
All right.
Cup.
The World
Well,
Cup.
thank you for listening to the No Shot
Thanks for
podcast.
listening.
Thanks
No,
for listening
seriously.
to the No Shots.
Thanks
You
for
can,
stuck in
like
there.
and subscribe us to us.
Subscribe.
Like and
on
subscribe on
hard
the
to say those
YouTube.
words. on
Einstein.com.
YouTube's and
Spotify.
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 Come into Apple TV soon.
Podcasts.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Mac DeMarco over here. They're making a doc.
We didn't get any crunk for today's pod, so I apologize.
Any
to everyone.
crumbs? Oh, sorry. What was that?
Any Kronk?
I didn't get any crunk for the
Oh, yeah.
sound.
Oh,
Sorry about
Is
that.
and it also just sounds like it's
No
just
crunk.
a drug. I didn't get any crunk for. That's got to be
You
a
didn't
drug
get any
somewhere.
crunk.
Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Crank, I think.
Crunk.
No,
Smack.
Kronk, but Kronk.
Kronk.
Like the Spiderwork Chronicles.
Firework Chronicles.
Oh,
There you go.
Boy.
Oh, jeez.
Do you
This
who
house is
voiced
under
Kronk?
fire.
Do you remember?
Patrick Wahlberg.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
Yeah.
All right,
Who is
thank you,
that?
Danny.
Patrick Wahlberg is the guy Elaine dated. He's
Oh,
in
Putty.
Mad Sitcom.
Holy shit! Yeah,
He's
I remember
Putty.
that.
Yeah, he's
now.
in like
Yeah.
he's Family
Totally.
Guy.
That's
bunch of-
Shout out to
Beautiful.
David Wahlberg.
Beautiful, beautiful,
You
beautiful.
Big shout out to David
Shout
Wahlberg.
out
That's how
to
we're gonna
David
end the
Wahlberg.
pod.
Did you know Antiques Roadshow is hosted by Mark Wahlberg? It's a different one, though.
Oh, really?
What is
Like
that
a
to
different
begin
channel?
with?
Antiques Roadshow?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's a whole new. We watched a little bit at my place the other day.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was.
we
They were
did.
it was the British version, though.
Maybe it was after.
I guess I feel like
they left.
maybe.
Oh yeah,
I know
Just
we
more.
watched How Things Were Made.
That's
yeah. Well, that's a classic.
another class.
How
It's just a
made.
similar vibe. A similar vibe.
Yeah, it is the similar. It's like
All right.
people bring antiques and they get them appraised, but it's so
Yeah,
much
pretty
more.
much.
Oh no, I saw that. It's
Yeah.
British.
No, there's a British
British one.
version,
Yeah.
but originally American, hosted by Mark
we
Wahlberg.
only
Mark
saw
and Mark.
the British version. I only saw the British version.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know if those plane.
Yeah,
If
well,
it was
I'll
on
show
those
you.
planes.
I'll show you the American sometime. Oh, hey, my mom has a new album. Can I plug that?
Oh yeah. What we got?
My mom's got a new album. It's called Fiddle Fire or Fire Fiddle something. Check it out. Klezmer album, not the Klezmatics. I
I
could
didn't
look
bring
it
it
up,
up
but
that
I feel
time.
too
I
lazy.
didn't bring it up that time.
Laziest plug.
You gotta leave the whole thing.
Your mom's gonna listen to this.
He's never gonna hear the end.
Oh, shout
Oh.
Alicia.
It's very late.
We're doing
I
this.
know
pod
we're a little
late.
loopy, but
We're committed to
but
the
just saying.
craft.
it's fun.
It's been a month.
Fun to react.
No, I'm just saying.
Fun react, live reaction. It's
Fun
always good.
react.
Any plugs, Chuck?
Nope.
I got
plugs.
nothing.
Keep an eye out for my doc.
I still
The
got all
night
my
the
hair.
Knicks-
The night the Knicks won. By Benjamin McDemarco. Frank.
All right.
All right, take us out, Ben.
This has been the No Shots Podcast. It's good to see you as always.
The No Shots podcast is brought to you by Dank Delish Coffee. You can find Dank Delish Coffee beans at dankdelish.com and have their deliciousness shipped right to your lovely abode. Start your morning with a cup of delish. You can also follow the No Shots podcast on Spotify and YouTube. Like and comment. Thanks for listening to the show.